Aloha, YouTube. Hello, my friends and familia. Welcome to day 4 of this 5-day astrological challenge. The last 3 days have been absolutely mind-blowing. My heart is open so wide. I'm so grateful for all of you joining me live and on the recorded call. You all are just, this knowledge, this information is opening hearts, it's opening minds. And today we're going to dive even deeper. So hold on to your hats. Let's get comfortable. I'm going to invite my guests in to join me. And today is very exciting. We're going to dive deep, as if we hadn't already, on how do we identify purpose? How do we align to our North Star through the astrological chart? How do we allow ourselves to open to the incredible gifts that are available for us and to us through the sky map every single day of our lives? So to get started, we're just going to put some music on because today is a very, very special activation. Today, the planet Venus, the billionaire planet, the goddess of love herself, is aligning exactly to the galactic center. And the galactic center is one of the most powerful manifestation portals in the whole galaxy, actually. On about December 15th, 18th, the sun exactly conjuncts it. And at June 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18th, the sun exactly opposes or is on the opposite side of the galactic center. So today we are in polarity between Venus, the sun, and the galactic center. And the galactic center is the most powerful portal for manifestation and for creation. It is like the cosmic womb of the universe. And so if there is something out there, my friends, you wanted to create or manifest today, this is the day to plant that seed. Today. And all of the year, it would be today and tomorrow. So with that in mind, let's tap into the energy and creation power of Venus energy. So good to see you too, Anthony. So good to see you, Odie. So good to see you, Dr. Walker. Yeah, we'll definitely get some talking in here soon. I want to hear how everyone's doing. First, we're going to get into our hearts, right? So usually throughout the day, we kind of go back and forth between the head and the heart. And before we start today's class, I want to help us to get into our bodies, to get into our hearts, and to connect to our own galactic center, which is that beautiful heart, so that whatever we create or speak of today comes from that divine channel. So get into your body, get into your heart. If you feel like moving, if you feel like dancing, go for it. This is a powerful day. Do what your body needs, do what your body feels. And let's dance with the goddess. Let's see what creation we're inspired to create. This is your Aladdin's lamp. What do you want to create?
You call me, you call me, you call me. No good is thrown away like beads on the wind. The spider is breaking at the hand of innocence. No good is
Beautiful. Hearing what it is you want to create,
beads on the wind. The spider
what's coming in for you.
Oh, leave off of that stupid stuff.
All right. Just wherever you are, whatever's going on for you, just take a deep breath in. And if you're here with us, I invite everyone to join me right now. I want you to tune into the last couple days, and just so much has been brought up around our purpose, around who we are, right? We've dove in so deep into each of your charts, and so much is sort of up in the field right now for all of us. We're sort of digesting, and it's a lot to digest, okay? So I want to invite you all to take your hands, and I want you to put all this stuff in the field, in your field, and our collective group mastermind field, into your hands. I want to invite everyone on the call, everyone watching, to take all the layers of stuff, all the emotions, all the feelings, the sensory impressions, and put it into your hands, and to begin to release and clear it like you're creating a magnet, a toroidal field that is literally pulling out of the cells, the tissues, the joints, the muscles, the bone, the energy field, the emotional field, pulling it up and out, clearing it out of your body, breathing in, breathing out. Fantastic. Okay, breathing in, breathing out. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Fantastic. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. And then on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Command it up and out of your hands, up and out of your body. Let it go. Let it go. Clear it out. Clear it out. Let it release. Okay. Now we're going to do a grounding exercise. We are going to tap the sides of our hands together. As we get closer and closer to the divine conjunction of Venus with the North Star, Venus with the galactic center, Venus with the sun, I want you to tap the side of your hands together. I want you to clear out the energy that is stuck in your body. I want you to take a deep breath in. I want you to take a deep breath out, and just allow all the stuff, all the layers of stuff that have been being brought up or let down over the last 4 days to release and clear up and out of your body, out of your cells, out of your tissues, out of your joints, out of your chakras. Good. You're going to tap, 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 visualizing your energy field, visualizing your meridians and your chakras, all of the dantians. Breathe in, breathe out. Feel into your navel center where this point connects to. Keep breathing. Deep breath in, deep breath out, letting all the stuck energy clear out of your energy field. Breathing in, breathing out, feeling as you tap that you are literally clearing the stuck energy there out of all the cells, out of all the tissues, the joints, the muscles, the bones. And then you're going to tap inside your eyebrow right here. Feel if there's any congestion, any anger, any irritation. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Outside the eyebrows, tapping here. And this is starting to move the energy of the body. Let the yawns come. If you yawn, that means you're releasing energy. We are helping to create space in your physical vessel for all of the high frequency vibrational energy that has come through over the last 4 days in this class. Okay, taking a nice deep breath in. Taking a nice deep breath out. Tapping here. Okay, tapping here. Coming to your collarbone. This relates to the kidneys. Has anything we talked about brought up fear? Letting any trapped, condensed, stuck fear energy in the kidneys and the kidney meridians release and clear. You can visualize the kidneys. Is there any density? Is there any contraction there? Breathing in. Breathing out. Why is this important to aligning to my soul purpose? Because we can only create the vibration that we are vibrating. So the more we clear our energy, the more we clear our physical vessel, the more easily and effortlessly we can align to our highest destiny and align to our highest beingness. Okay, we're gonna go under the arms now. So this is about right under here. This is really good for clearing the physical body. A lot of times when we clear energy and our minds are in our energy field, the body can hold on. The body might be holding some density here. It might be holding some stuck energy. You'll feel it. It'll be tender. It'll be sore. And so you just tap here, just letting all the congestion, all the stuck energy release and clear out of your body, out of your being. We worked on so many layers so far. Your body might be tired. You might have been feeling, I'm exhausted today. So we've got to clear out the body. We've got to clear out the body so we can keep the process moving. Then you're going to take your hands, you're going to come to your chest, and then right below your chest on your rib cage, you're going to tap there. This relates to the liver meridian where we hold anger. So any anger stuck in the liver, the great filter of the body. So anywhere you've held anger, it's been stuck, tapping there. How much anger have we held around living our purpose? How much anger have we held against ourselves about living our purpose with aligning to why we are here? How many other people's energies of anger have we absorbed? How much anger is in the collective right now? Yeah. And how much anger are you absorbing from the collective? How much anger is in the collective energy field that you're absorbing into your liver? Just feel that now and allow the energy that's stuck there to disperse. There's probably a lot. Good. Take a deep breath in. Tap the sides of your hands together. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Feel a lot of energy moving. Let that energy move. Let it move through your body. Energy moving through all the chakras, energy moving through all of the meridians, breathing in, breathing out. Rub your tender spot, which is right here on the chest, on the collarbone. Should feel tender. What this does is it activates the lymphatic drainage system. So anywhere in your body that the fluids in your body have become stuck or they are not moving, you can just rub right here and say, and a really good place to acknowledge your feelings. What are you feeling today? Even though I am feeling what? I completely love and accept myself. Even though, tune in, what are you feeling today? Are you feeling stressed? Are you feeling tired? Are you feeling overwhelmed? Are you feeling irritated? Are you feeling angry? What are you feeling? Even though I am feeling what? I completely love and accept myself. Even though I am feeling what? I completely love and accept myself. Be as honest as possible. Even though I'm feeling so irritated and frustrated right now with my life that I'm not where I want it to be, I completely love and accept myself. Even though I want to get in touch with my North Star, I want to follow my purpose, and I don't know how, and I haven't gotten there yet, and I don't know how to get there, I still completely love and accept myself. Even if I never get there, if I never get to where I want to go, I still completely love and accept myself. Even though I haven't always known what to do or how to do it to get to where I want to go, I still completely love and accept myself. So what is in you that's coming up today around aligning to your North Star, aligning to your destiny, aligning to your purpose, even though I am feeling what? Right. I still completely love and accept myself, even though I am feeling what? I still completely love and accept myself. Okay, and then you're going to tap the sides of your hands. You're going to take a deep breath in. Letting all that stuff go out of your body, out of the chi meridians. Okay, and you're going to tap all the points. You're going to tap inside channel of the eyebrow. Any anger, any frustration, any irritation, the outside of the eyebrows, that'll also release the anger and frustration. Letting that all go. Good. Under the eyes. Is there any stuck energy in the lower belly? Letting that go. Under the nose. That's it. Under the mouth. Thinking about aligning to your purpose. Aligning to your North Star. Aligning to your destiny. What is it you want to create? Tune into it. Feel into it. What is it you want to create? Notice any blocks there. Tap the collarbone. Breathe in. Breathe out. Even though I feel what? Right. Even though I'm feeling this thing, I love and accept myself. Tap under the arms. Tap the rib cage. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay. On a scale of 0 to 10, all of you out there, 10 being I feel absolutely amazing right now. 0, I don't feel good at all. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. This has been so much. What is your number? What's your number right now? How do you feel? Be honest. Okay. You can type it in the chat. You can unmute. Anthony, you say 912. What does that mean? Okay, we've got a 9. Okay, 7. Okay. Anyone want to unmute and share where they're at right now? And Dr. Walker, do you want to share?
Yes, I can share. I'm at a 7,
Yeah.
and I feel the release where there is now an option. Before I kept feeling like all I could feel was what I was feeling. But
Right.
now I feel that there is now a space for an option.
Yeah.
So, yes, ma'am.
Where do you feel your lack of 10?
In my midsection.
That's right. Okay. So I want to get you to a little bit of a higher number for everyone here. So we're just going to tap the side of the hands again. I want everyone to tune into your midsection. There's a lot there. There's a lot there, especially around personal power, especially around choosing our path, especially around aligning to our soul purpose. Yeah. Feel in. I feel this actually being true for everyone in the collective. It's not just you, Dr. Walker. There's something very deep happening around our bellies and around our emotion today. And I'll explain a little bit why as we go into the chart of the day. But when we tap the side of our hands, we're actually stimulating the belly button, the navel center, which relates back to our umbilical cord and our connection to our mama and our connection to being a baby in the womb. Yeah. So if we have any emotional issues with our mamas, we have any emotional issues with being a baby in the womb, this is a really good thing to do because it can help to clear out trauma with the mom, trauma around nourishment, trauma around feeling nourished. Okay. So if you have any issues with women this is a good place to tap. Okay. And since Venus is so active today and Venus is the divine feminine, this is a good energy to start clearing today. Okay. Now you're going to come to your tender spot. Even though I'm feeling wet, and Dr. Walker, I want you to really go into this. Even though I'm feeling wet, you don't have to share. You can if you want. Even though I'm feeling wet. Yeah. I can feel you. I still completely love and accept myself. Even though I'm feeling this deep feeling in my gut, deep in there. Oh, it is deep. It is deep. It is deep, deep, deep. Yep. I completely love and accept myself. That's it. Even though there's this feeling in my gut and it's so deep and it's so old and it's so ancient, and I don't know even what it is, I completely love and accept myself. Even though I don't know how I'll ever get over this, I completely love and accept myself. Even though I completely love and accept myself. All this stuff in my gut, all this fear about expressing who I am, all this fear about expressing what I'm here to do. Even though I feel this fear around aligning to my true soul purpose, even though I have felt this fear in my gut about aligning to my soul purpose for my entire lifetime, I completely love and accept myself, even though I have been feeling this terror about truly embracing and owning all the divine spiritual gifts that are my birthright. I still completely love and accept myself, even though it has been so hard to do what I am here to do on this earth. I still completely love and accept myself, even though I have shed tears. I have sweated and bled for the desire to express my true soul purpose, and I still feel like I'm trying to do it. I completely love and accept myself. Even though it has been so challenging to get out there and do what my heart and soul know that I am here to do, and I have faced so much opposition, it is not even funny. I still completely love and accept myself, even though there have been so many challenges upon my path to get to where I know in my heart and soul I am destined to go. I still completely love and accept myself. Even though I have felt this way, even though it has been a struggle, even though there's just so much pain there and a lot of it's not mine, I completely love and accept myself. That's right. Tap the side of your hands. Tap it, disperse the energy. We ask for a complete change history around this issue, levels 1, 2, and 3. Tap it. Clear it out. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all 9 shorts, boys, povits, and beyonds. That's it. Imagine your future self completely cleared of this block in your gut, this block in your navel, this deep pain in the navel. Imagine how good your life will feel, how clear and bright. And we just ask for a complete change history and everything is needed, levels 1, 2, and 3. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. That's it. Rub your tender spot. It got really quiet all of a sudden. Got real quiet. Feel it. Just feel it. Rub your tender spot. Just feel the shift. Let it in. Let the change in. Even though I'm changing, even though I'm shifting, even though I don't quite know what this means, I love and accept myself. Even though I've never gotten to feel this way before, I love and accept myself. It's okay. I love and accept myself for who I am and where I am at right now. I love and accept and embrace all that I am. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Tap the side of your hands. Focus in on that belly, focus in on that navel. Tap the inside eyebrow. Outside eyebrow. Under eye. Dr. Walker, focus on that navel, tap under the eye, focus on that gut, focus on the belly, on the feelings. Complete change history, levels 1, 2, and 3, and everything as needed, levels 1, 2, and 3. Under the nose, under the mouth, collarbone, under the arms, and anywhere and everywhere your body's holding on to stress or tension. We ask for a complete change history and everything is needed, levels 1, 2, and 3. Let the yawn come through. Let it come through. Let the energy move. There you go. Rib cage. Any old angers coming out of the body. Okay. You're going to come to your thumb, outside corner. This relates to the lungs. It relates to grief. It's right at the corner of where the fingernail mates the skin, the right outside edge of the thumb. This is the lungs. This is grief. All that grief, all that grief. We ask for complete change history. All that grief, all that mo trucking grief, all that grief, the truckloads of grief. All that grief in the collective for the millennia, for the times, all the ancient ages of grief. We ask for complete change history, levels 1, 2, and 3, and everything as needed. Deep breath in and out. Feeling the power of the mastermind clearing at a level unheard of before. A power greater than we can do individually. Feel that shift. Feel yourself getting lighter. Letting go. Old energies leaving you. Old energies finally going. Good. Index finger. Right at the corner of the fingernail, where the fingernail meets the finger, the outside edge towards the thumb. This relates to the lower belly and the abdomen and intestines. Are you holding on to anything in your gut? Whatever that is, we ask for complete change history and everything as needed, levels 1, 2, and 3. We ask the superconscious to repair the front chakras. We ask the superconscious to repair the back chakras. We ask the superconscious to repair the auric field, to repair the meridian channels here. We ask the superconscious to repair your dantians. And we ask the power of the violet flame to purify, purify, purify. I am that I am. The power of the violet flame. Coming to the middle finger where the cuticle meets the finger. The sexual organs. The circulation power of the body. Clearing out any stuck energy here. We ask for a complete change history and everything is needed. Levels 1, 2, and 3. We ask for the violet flame to go in and purify all of this meridian channel. Clean it from the inside out, any karma, any density, any absorbed negative emotions. Purify. Violet flame energy. pinky finger, inside of the finger, at the cuticle of the fingernail where it connects to the finger, clearing out the heart, our hearts. Any blockages or pain in the heart, we ask for a complete change history. And everything as needed, levels 1, 2, and 3. Any blocks to forgiveness, forgiving ourselves, forgiving our past lifetimes, forgiving the people in our lives, forgiving our life situations, forgiving the pain we've been through. We ask for a complete change history. And everything is needed. Levels 1, 2, and 3. That's it. Tune in to forgiving God and allowing God to forgive you. It's a big one. Super conscious. Please scan and treat any blocks or resistance to forgiving God or God forgiving us. Complete change history. And everything is needed. Levels 1, 2, and 3. Feeling that forgiveness roll through you. Taking a deep breath in. Taking a deep breath out. Okay, you're going to tap the back of your hand now between the pinky and the ring finger. Close your eyes, scan your body. What else needs to clear? What else is still stuck to you feeling really good right now? Really centered, really clear, really grounded. Anything and everything preventing that, we ask for a complete change history and everything as needed. Levels 1, 2, and 3. Just letting the stress and tension release out of your field. Taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Now you're going to open your eyes. You're going to keep your head level. And you look down at the earth. You're going to slowly raise your eyeballs up, cleansing and clearing out your body, allowing all the last layers of old stuff to come up and out the top of your head, like you're sweeping out the closet. Letting all that old stuff come up and out, asking for complete change history. And everything is needed, levels 1, 2, and 3. Okay, you're going to come to your other hand, tapping in the same place between the pinky and the ring finger. Close your eyes. What else needs to be cleared? Scan your body. And then slowly roll your eyes up. Letting all the layers of stuff release and clear out of the top of your head. Okay. Fantastic. Take a deep breath in, take a deep breath out. Dr. Walker, how are you doing now, my friend? Yep.
A major shift.
Okay.
A lot of the gook just was coming out.
Yeah. Fantastic. Good. So on that scale of 0 to 10, if 10 was amazing and 0 was not feeling good at all, where are you at now?
I'm at a 9.
Fantastic. Okay, tap the sides of your hands together.
Okay.
There you go. Everyone join us. That last little bit. Rub the tender spot, even though I feel.
Yeah,
What do you feel?
sure.
Even though I feel what? I still completely love and accept myself. That's it. Yeah, we asked for a complete change history right here, right here. And everything as needed, levels 1, 2, and 3. Feel that lifting and clearing. Good. Tap the side of your hands together. Rub your tender spot. Even though I'm feeling, I completely love and accept myself. Now we're going to do something called 7-second treatment, which clears toxins. It clears toxins. What you're going to do, you're going to put one hand on the front of your head, one hand on the back, and you're going to gently push your hands together on the exhale to clear out any toxins that might have come up through that clearing. Deep breath in, exhale, squeeze. We do this 5 times. Inhale, breath in, exhale, squeeze. Deep 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 breath in, exhale, squeeze. Fantastic. Tap the sides of your hands together. Breathe in and out. Hey, Dr. Walker, where are you at now? How are you feeling?
I'm definitely at a 10.
Woo! All right. All right. How is everyone else doing out there? Is anyone not at a 10 yet? Okay. All right. Everyone's feeling good. Okay, so now what I'd like to ask everyone, we're going to fill up with a positive emotion now. So what would you like to feel? Would you like to feel aligned to your soul purpose? Would you like to feel confident? Would you like to feel successful? Would you like to feel aligned, loved? What would you add to the field if you could increase the energy or vibration? What would that focus be? And just go ahead and place one word in the chat or say it out loud. Either way is fine.
Mine is alignment.
Alignment. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. Anyone else? Okay. We got one in the chat. Helpful. Okay. You want to feel helpful. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Who else? What else? What other words do we have that we want to feel filled up with? Alignment.
Love the 2 previous words.
What is that? Both of
Love
them?
Love the both. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Yeah. Being of service, being in alignment, vital and
Right.
youthful body. Okay. This will be fun. This will be fun. So what you're going to do is you're going to tap the back of your hand. Okay. Now we're going to imagine that we're all standing in a pool of heavenly vibrational energy, pure divine consciousness that we can literally command into any form of vibration or frequency we want. And we're standing in it, and it's beautiful. It's like standing in warm tropical water. It's just lovely. It's shimmering. It's shining with the light. It feels so good against our feet and our toes. We're standing in it. We're just going to take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. We're going to hold our head steady. We're going to look down at the earth. And then as we look down at the earth and slowly raise our eyeballs, we're going to begin drawing up the energy, frequency, and vibration of being in alignment, feeling helpful, feeling of service, and feeling like we're vital and youthful, like our bodies are healthy and vital, and we're in alignment, and we're filled with being of service and being of help to ourselves and to others. And just feel yourself filling up more and more as your eyeballs raise up to the sky, filling up more with that youth and vitality, that alignment, that helpful, positive, uplifting spirit. All is well, all is working out for me, filling you up more and more and more and more, brighter and brighter, vital, youthful body, being of service, being helpful, being in alignment, more and more and more love energy, vital, youthful love, helpful alignment, just more and more filling up. Deep breath in, deep breath out. You're going to come to your other hand, tap on the back of your hand, keep your head steady, look down at the earth. Still standing in that beautiful pool of divine unconditional love and light, and see yourself filling up more and more as your eyeballs gently raise up to the ceiling, filling up more and more with being in alignment, in love, and a spirit of service and helpfulness, and that beautiful, vibrant, vital, and youthful body filling up through all your cells, your tissues, your joints, your muscles, and bones, just feeling it saturate it, feel it grow brighter and brighter and brighter. And feel it anchor into your heart, into your soul, into your DNA, into your chakras. Deep breath in. Deep breath out, and just take a nice deep breath in. And a nice deep breath out and stretch. Just expand into that beautiful feeling that you're now in. Just feeling brighter and more clear and more radiant and more abundant. Fantastic. Fantastic. Now we're ready. Now we are ready for class. Now that you're in a super high vibration and you're clear and bright and happy, now we can dive into more. Fantastic. Fantastic. So welcome to day 4. The day that Venus is aligning with the galactic center. I wanted to give us a real experiential energy upgrade so that we can really align to the energy of creation right now, what it is we want to manifest, what it is we want to create. Okay. And so today, we continue on unlocking the truth of our star map, right? Moving the gears of this amazing oracle to get the answers we are seeking to align to our destiny and to align to who we are and why we are here. And today, I'm going to finally reveal what is up with the North Star. Why is it so cool? Why is it so exciting? Why is today and tomorrow of all days such a powerful time for us to align to that North Star so that we can find our purpose, so that we can receive the messages, so that we can receive the intel from Source, our highest self, and the North Star around who we are and what we are here for and why we are here. One is to let our light shine, right? That's one reason. That's a good start, right? So today, Sun, Mercury, and Venus in Taurus, and I should add here, opposing the galactic center. See what I wrote? That's kind of close to center. I couldn't see because of the other video squares were there. Okay, fantastic. Yeah, it's so interesting today. I did so much energy clearing before our class. And then while I was doing the clearing work with you, I was like, oh, you were just feeling all of our collective energy. Like it wasn't that I needed to do so much clearing today. It was just I was feeling our whole group. And so finally we got to clear it through. So way to go, everyone. You did really good work. And you're going to feel so much better today. It's really exciting. So Venus, again, is the energy of wealth and abundance, right? It's that energy of creative power, Shakti, divine flow, that lush river valley, that abundance, that wealth, that amazing jewels and gold and diamonds. But really, at the end of the day, what is true wealth? What is it really? It's love. It's love, isn't it? If you were to strip everything away and leave you with one thing, what would you ask for? Would it be riches or would it be love? Right? And so this class and the days that have followed have all been about aligning love and wealth back together again. So it doesn't have to be a choice anymore. It doesn't have to be I choose wealth or I choose love. No, it's about choosing love aligned wealth, following our soul, following our spirit, what we are here for, and allowing ourselves to be untamed in the expression of our souls and allowing that untamed expression of our heart and our souls to radiate with the cosmic power of creation through the world. That's what we're here for. And that's what this is all about, is giving you the information from the star map on you about how you can most easily activate that field, right? And Andony, yesterday we talked about sun sign, right? We talked to you about your sun sign being in fire and being in this great traveler and traveling the world. And you're like, yes, 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 yes. Right? That's who I am. Right? And so when we align to who we are and we can say yes to who we are, how much easier is it to take aligned action steps when we have that clarity? Oh, when I do that, that's me. When I do that, that's just my natural way. Instead of trying to force it and instead of trying to be different, instead of trying to follow a different path. That's why I get these charts out, because I want you to have this map that's yours so that you can know what is aligned for me. This is not aligned for me. I'm going to go this way. This is what's right for me. Ah, finally, something to test against, right? Something to be able to assist you with making those challenging daily decisions. Okay, so I want to add a little picture here. It's a little boring without a picture. Okay, so we're going to add Venus to today because Venus is really talking. So today's map from the stars. Whew. I want you to notice that the galactic center is right here at about 12 degrees of Ophiuchus. And she's about directly opposite Sun, Venus, Mercury. And this right here, this is the pole star. This is the North Star. And we are 3 degrees away. Venus is 3 degrees away from the pole star right now. Okay, so what is the pole star? Well, if you've ever seen the picture where there's one star and then all the other stars are sort of moving around it, but there's one star in the center that doesn't move, that's the pole star. And the pole star represents an anchor. It's what mariners and travelers have used for thousands of years to plot their course, to know their direction. And today in the United States, the pole star is at the top of the chart. She's really, really at the top here. She's close to the midheaven, right? And she's got a little ways to go, but she's approaching it. And so when the pole star is up high, it's right overhead like that, we are just so close to its radiance. And according to a guide and channel I follow named This Is Maria, the pole star is our closest connection to source in the physical universe. Isn't that amazing? It's literally like a relay point. She says that if we get off target, or if we get off base, or we lose our direction, to simply meditate on the pole star. And tomorrow is going to be all about the pole star. It's going to be, that's what tomorrow is, because Venus will be the closest to her. But today I want to start looking at her. I want to start bringing that information to you. And I want to send you the meditation so that you can do it tonight, if you want, around the pole star and connecting to her. And then share tomorrow, what were your cognitions? What came through? So we're going to start introducing her into the mix in terms of where is she in your chart? Okay, and so you're probably already thinking of it. If you're at home, you may be going, okay, 36 degrees of Taurus. Where's that? Where's that in my chart? Right? And that means, where is Venus? Where is the sun? Where is Mercury? There's so many things between 29 degrees of Taurus and 36 degrees of Taurus. Okay. And so I really want to invite you to start thinking about where this energy is in your chart right now, because wherever Venus is the billionaire planet. You might be getting some incredible opportunities for wealth and abundance, especially through women at this time. Okay. Anyone have any questions about the North Star, about Polaris? Anyone want to know a little more?
Yes. I'd like to know a little more on what the pole star is and what it represents, basically.
Yeah. So if you think, have you ever heard of the North Pole?
Yes.
Have you ever heard of Santa Claus?
Yes.
Well, the pole star, the North Star Polaris, is literally the closest star basically directly above the pole, the North Pole. Okay. And so if you think about the symbolism of Santa Claus and how he brings gifts, and it's this energy that you ask things, you ask for, please bring me this. Okay. Polaris has a similar quality. What do you want? You can talk to the pole star about this. Yeah. So Santa Claus is actually real, right? Right? Like the energy of it is actually very real as you learn about the law of manifestation, right? Santa Claus is actually a really great symbol for the law of manifestation. And so that's one reason that having a star that's directly over the North Pole, I think of it as Santa Claus's light, right? The light of the energy of Santa Claus, the light of our ability to manifest. We think about God, we think about source, but it's invisible, right? We don't necessarily touch it or see it or can grasp it, or like we can't write a letter to it necessarily in the same way that we could take a picture of the pole star. It's physical. It's an actual physical light. And so according to what This Is Maria has channeled, the pole star is literally the direct access link to creator that we have on the physical plane. It's like the operator. Phone home, go to the pole star. Okay, we lost our direction. Okay, go to the pole star. She says that each of us starts out with a map and a direction and a compass, right, of our soul, guiding us to where we're supposed to go. As children, we're so free. We're just allowing ourselves to follow what we feel, to do what we're called to do. We don't think about it so much. As we get older, we can get separated from that truth. And so what she said is that if we ever feel like we're having trouble getting guidance or we're ever unclear on something, we can tune into the pole star. Okay, so what I've been playing with is that the pole star represents in our chart a place where we can find answers, a place for where we can ask for what we want. It's kind of like a magical portal. Right? It's kind of like, oh, I have there's kind of a special magic right there. It's literally like in the farthest north of the sky. It's like a magnet. It's like, ding, it's like there's so many other constellations around it. And yet the pole star is kind of singular. It doesn't move. So all the other star constellations appear to be moving, but the pole star doesn't. It moves slightly. I mean, that's a misnomer because there is, a bit of movement, but in comparison to everything else, it appears to be standing still because of the speed with which it moves is so infinitesimal that it's not as noticeable as the other movements of the constellations. So the fact that Polaris is so close to Venus right now, or Venus is so close to Polaris, tells me what are we wanting to create with wealth? What are we wanting to create with abundance? What are we wanting to create in love? What do we want to ask for? It's a little bit like having Christmas in June, because if you think about it, this is directly opposite Christmas time, isn't it? So on the other side of the world, some of you are approaching Christmas. You are approaching the winter solstice. So what is it if this were the summer Christmas? What would you ask Santa for? What would you ask the universe for? This is a really good time for that, especially because Polaris is directly opposite the galactic center, which is the womb of creation. And that's one reason why Christmas is such a powerful holiday for manifestation, because the sun aligns with the galactic center at that point. So let's maybe stop talking about it now. And let's look at your charts and start showing you. This seems like the right tree for today. Start activating your money tree. Yeah. How's your money tree doing out there? Yeah. Isn't that nice? Yeah. OD's got a nice money tree. You want to unmute and share that with the world, OD? What is that?
Sure. Hi, everybody. I
Hi.
hope you're all doing well today. I've been researching on copper healing, and I ordered this tree of life. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, it's
Broad,
beautiful.
it's copper medallion, 1 ounce,
Mhm.
and where it's very grounding, and it pulls the toxins out of the body.
Right.
So I got this last week, and it was this color. So I ordered this one as well.
Oh,
The
nice.
it was linked like this, and with the oxidation, look how
Oh,
it's like a penny,
yeah.
like we used to have. So it's pulling out toxins and nasties, I guess.
Well, I guess you got a really special money tree. You not only have a wealth tree, you have a pull out the toxins wealth tree going on.
Yeah, that seems the benefits of this precious metal.
That's right. That's right. Copper is actually ruled by the planet Venus.
Wow.
Or planet Venus rules the metal copper. So very appropriate on this Venusian day to have so much copper energy to share with us. Super appropriate. But I just wanted to bring this vision of the tree of wealth, because with this alignment to Polaris, the North Star, what are you wanting to ask for? If you could ask for anything when it comes to your wealth, your finances, your material world, what would you ask for? Because we're about to attune you to Polaris, which is a bridgeway to your highest self, which you already have access to your higher self. You don't need the North Star, but it's kind of fun to have some other channel that you can also utilize. It's kind of fun to have multiple ways to access your truth and your soul map and why you're here. Okay. So, oh, this is a good one. When riches begin to come, they come so quickly in such great abundance that one wonders where they have been hiding during all those lean years. Yeah, so get ready, my friends, because what you set your seed intention for today, watch out in the next 10 months as Venus goes through her night star, you will be rising in wealth. And then 10 months from now, you may see that full expression of it. Okay. We have Jupiter in Taurus. We have so much energy for abundance right now. It's just pure abundance energy. The billionaire planet, the millionaire planet, all of them in Taurus with Polaris, the North Star. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. In Taurus, we have there's so much energy for abundance. Lotus part 2. I love how that happens. I'm like, how does that happen every time? Okay, so it's always nice to hear yourself, right? Abundance. What is abundance? A great or plenitude, a great or plentiful amount, an abundance of rain, the condition of being in rich supply, degree of plentifulness. And so I just want to say in this quote, I want you to really let this vibrate through all your cells and tissues that you are fully supported as you devote yourself to your divine life purpose. And so instead of maybe asking for wealth or abundance today, I want to ask you, what is your why? What is your why? Why do you do what you do? Because it's really our why that attracts the money. It's really why we're doing what we're doing that attracts the wealth. So at the heart of it, right? Venus, the heart, love. What is your why? Why do you do what you do? What at the soul level is calling you? That's what's going to cause you to do the right things and create the right opportunities. When your heart is open and you are letting your true soul spirit shine through, that is the greatest wealth attractor on the face of the planet. That's all you need. If you are completely dialed into why you're doing what you're doing. Right? What is your why? Being clear on that today. You are going to become a wealth magnet. That is my prediction. Okay. And prosperity and abundance is just going to reign and bless you. And I think that's maybe the biggest lessons that I've ever gotten on a soul level is the power of just completely trusting your heart and your soul and taking action on that. And that's why I'm here with you. Because I figured out my why, which was to assist you all with aligning to your soul purpose. That's my why. Because when you align to your soul purpose, it is as though the whole world aligns to their soul purpose. And it is just pure magic and beauty and love and grace. And I said, wow, I want to go do that more. I don't care what happens. I'm just going to go out and do it. I'm just going to do it. And I'm going to let love bless me. And you know what it does? It always does. It's somewhat remarkable, right? Still having Jupiter, the millionaire planet, the billionaire planet in Taurus. Oh my God, just so much abundance. Okay. Whew. So let's get into some charts here. Let's get into some charts. 5 hours later, after I go through all of my slides. Sorry. Sometimes my mouse disappears. I have to move them manually. It's interesting. So I think we're going to start with Dr. Walker today because you've been going last for every day now. So let's start with you today. How are you, my sister?
I'm doing amazing. Like I'm actually in shock about all this movement that came out today. And I've been I got blood work done today. I really was focusing on my health. And I had to keep using the ladies' room, which is not like me. And even we were doing the movement, I could feel things moving in my intestines. So I'm doing really good.
Okay, good. Fantastic. Fantastic. Well, you know, this is a powerful time. This is a powerful time. You have Mars in your 6th house right now, just about.
Okay.
Very close to. And the 6th house is the house of health. So Mars is action. And she's not quite in your 6th, but she's conjunct it. Or
Okay.
the energy of action is very active in your house of health right now. So taking action, moving forwards, that's all happening for you right now.
Okay.
So you trust it. Okay,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
follow it. You also have Jupiter in your 6th house. So that can be having fortune, luck, things manifesting for you for health, as well as leading into partnership. So there could be a man on your horizon. I just have to say that because you've got Jupiter conjunct your 7th house right now, which is the millionaire planet. It's also the masculine energy. It's the divine teacher.
Wow.
So
Okay.
yeah, you might meet a rich man, which would be nice, right? It's always nice to meet a wealthy man, and can't go wrong. A wealthy person in general is usually fairly wonderful, especially if they're good at heart.
Yes.
So stay open to that. It's just going to get
Okay.
more potent as we go forwards. But let's tune into your North Star. Where do you have your North Star? And you have your North Star in the seventh house of partnership. What does that
Wow.
mean? Well, on one hand, you have Saturn there. And so that means you've had to go through a decent amount of discipline. You've had to go through some work when it's come to
Yes.
people. You've had to learn some tough lessons. You've really had to build some freaking boundaries. You know,
Yes.
Saturn can be boundaries, it can be walls, structure. But on the other side of that structure and those boundaries is your North Star.
Okay.
So it's almost like even though you've had to go through all those challenges, there's this gift for you and other people. There's this gift of your own direction.
Okay.
Almost like the hard work you've had to go through with them has helped to illuminate and open the way for you to be dialed into your purpose.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's not been easy.
No.
But what it has done, and the gift that it is giving you, is a certain level of mastery, discipline, and power when it comes to your relationships. Like
Okay.
it's Saturn is an energy that, like a fine wine, gets better with age.
Yes.
So it can also mean you meeting an older partner, like marrying a man who's a little bit older than you on some level. Why are you laughing?
He's my boyfriend or my new boyfriend is older.
Aha. Okay. Yep. So you have a little bit. How long have you two been dating, if you don't mind me asking?
It's been a couple of years.
Okay. Okay. So have things taken like have they gotten a little bit deeper lately?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you getting married? Is that what's going to happen? Because Saturn in the seventh can be marriage, and you have the Sun, Venus, Mercury, Jupiter all in your seventh house right now.
Yeah,
So,
he's talked about wanting to get married, and I've been processing that whole idea. I swore my whole life I wouldn't. I'd never get married, but he's been talking about it.
uh-huh. When's his birthday?
He is right on I think he's September 23rd.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. So, oh my goodness. So his son, now we're starting to get into the relationship astrology. This is my favorite. I haven't told you, but I love doing relationship astrology. I love it.
Oh
And
wow.
I do. I'm a relationship astrologer, really secretly. Shh, don't tell anyone. But
Okay.
I I love doing relationship readings. I love it. And I always get the best couples who come and sit with me, and it's just, oh, it's magical. And you too. Hi, April. Welcome. You and your partner have kind of a beautiful thing going on, which is that his son, September 23rd. So, oh my word. Oh my god. So so great. So so September 13th. This is God, I'm getting so much energy
Oh,
coming.
23rd, September
Yeah, yeah,
23rd.
yeah. So September 13th is the first
Okay.
day of Virgo, right?
Yes.
So on that day, you kind of got some cool planets. But if you go 10 days in September 23rd, about exactly, exactly is your sun moon midpoint.
Oh
And
my God.
mhm, so his
Oh,
sun, yeah, his sun is directly conjunct the point between your sun and your moon, which I often say, I know April, right? I'm like my heart is fluttering. Um uh the sun moon midpoint is like the core. Wherever we have our sun moon midpoint. And maybe that's what we'll dive into a bit today is your sun moon midpoints as well as your pole star. The sun moon midpoint is like if your sun and moon had a baby and that baby was you. So the sun in a way represents like the father energy and the
Yes,
moon represents the mother energy. And so I often see the sun moon midpoint as actually kind of being your true sun sign, like really who you are. Right? You
wow.
act out in the ways of the sun, you act out in the ways of the moon, but at the core of you, and the core of you means that only people who are close to you know this part of you. Like this is not the part
Yes,
of you that people know about. You do not tell people about this part. This part is like hidden. I kind of see the sun and moon like a wine barrel that you're
yes,
and inside is the sun moon midpoint. You know those dolls? You know those Roman dolls where it's like there's dolls within dolls within dolls, and you kind of and
yes.
then there's more inside, and you so this the sun moon midpoint would be like the baby doll in the center.
Okay.
Okay, so it's like really deep in there. You don't talk about this. It's not something people know about, but it's core. And so for you, at your core is Virgo energy, which is like nurturing, but it's very grounded, it's very earthy, it's very much into health and healing, which you may not have talked about at all about with anyone. This may be slowly developing in your life. But at your
Wow.
core, you're a healer. You're kind of like a secret doctor. Are you an act? Your name is Dr. Walker. Are you a doctor?
Yes.
So not so secret after all. What kind of doctor are you?
A naturopath and advanced iridologist.
Oh my God. It's not so secret at all. Oh my goodness.
But I don't live it. I don't live it out loud. I live the business out loud, but I keep that part of me secret.
Interesting. How can you keep a doctor secret? I mean, I'm telling you. So
So profound.
it is. I mean, you also have your moon in Virgo, but it's not, it's at the edge of Virgo. So that means
Yes.
it's closer to Libra, which means you're more kind of more about society and networking and marketing and like balance and harmony and beauty than you are about details, health, and healing. That's what happens when you get to the end of Virgo.
Yes.
But in the very center is the sun moon midpoint in Virgo, like right in Virgo. I mean, that is doctor energy right there.
Wow.
And amazing that you are. I'm like, crap. I'm like, I knew that you were, but I'd like forgotten because you don't talk about it as much, right? You talk about the business stuff. So I like
Yes.
completely forgot about it. And so
Wow.
your partner, his sun sign is on your sun moon midpoint.
Wow.
He touches your heart. I mean, he touches like the core of you. Like you can't even help. He's just like you're just like you got me.
Yes.
You stop it. I wasn't supposed to be gotten. Who you being getting me? You just go on and get it. Why do you keep coming back?
So true.
So he's literally touching the place in you that you just can't even help it, right? Like it's just unavoidable, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
So
ma'am.
so he won. He won because he's able to touch that sweetest, most hidden part of you, which is just kind of beautiful. So with all these planets in your seventh house and with his sun on that sun moon midpoint, maybe let him in a little bit more might be might be
Okay.
wise. Maybe do a partner reading with me and we can look at your two charts and I can tell
We
you
will.
because there could be something that you're like maybe not, so I don't want to say like 100% yet, but that's really huge to have his sun, which is how he's shining as a man,
Yes.
um as a soul, conjunct that powerful part of you, and it's in the 10th house of career, so he also helps to stimulate the healer in you. He helps
Oh
to
my
bring out,
God.
yeah. Is that true?
Yes.
He can't help it. It just
Oh my
happens,
goodness.
right? It's just automatic, right? Yeah.
Yes. And
Woo!
he's so supportive of all of this. the astrology, and he just listens, and I'm like, well, honey, it's too much. And he said, no, I want to hear it. So what happened with Lotus? And I was like, well, April got a breakthrough, and Odie, she did this. And, I'm telling him about he's like, I said, well, you should come to class. But he supports that girlish nature in me.
Oh, that is so sweet. Right. The innocent, that's what the sun moon midpoint is. It's like this innocent part of us, right? It's
Wow, this
part of
is
us that we just
amazing.
kind of innately express when we're not paying attention. Just kind of comes out, right? It's just kind of there.
Yes.
Yeah. And so how does this all relate to your North Star? Well, the
Okay.
fact that Venus is exactly conjunct your Saturn today.
Okay.
Yeah. So Venus is love and Saturn can be marriage.
Wow.
It's commitment. It's love.
Okay.
It's the planet of love with the planet of commitment. So,
Yeah, and I'm so mad at him today.
Oh, yeah.
This is saving it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Interesting.
so mad at him today because something he allowed to happen with our dogs. And I was so mad. But this is like, but I knew I couldn't get away. I was like, well, I'm going to try to get away. And it's like, no, you're just having a fit. So just be still.
Well, Venus with Saturn can also be challenges with love, right?
Okay.
It's like on one hand, it could be this is it, the day you guys decide to commit, or it could be the day where your heart is facing this tension because the relationship, your love affair, is activating where, okay, here it is. You ready? So this is the deal. It is
Okay.
never our partner.
Okay.
It is never them. They
Okay.
are always the catalyst for what is inside of us.
Yes, ma'am.
And it is so frustrating because it seems like it is them. It just seems 100% they did this thing. They're at fault. They're the problem. But if we can take like 100 yards back, put them in the
Yes.
football field and walk away for a minute and go to our own football field and be like, all
Yep.
right, what is in me that they are a mirror for?
Yep.
What are they pushing out of me? So where does this anger really come from?
Yep. It came from me. I don't like when I do not, when choice is removed from me in any way. So
Right.
if it has something to do with me or a responsibility that I have to take care of, if choice is removed, I don't like it because I think that now I'm being maneuvered or I'm being told what to do, and I don't like it. I don't like it in me. I don't like that. I don't like commitment not being followed.
Right. So when's the first time that happened in your life?
Woo, let's look.
Yep. There it is. Mhm.
Yeah, I think it was when I was told a certain man was my father, but he was not.
Dang. Oh
Mhm.
my gosh.
Yeah, so it's like, oh no, 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 no. I was raised thinking that I had one father, and then for a birthday, I was given the knowledge that another man was my father,
Oh my
and
gosh. How
that
old were you?
I think I was 14 or 15.
Oh my sweet Jesus. Okay, so
Yeah.
when control has been taken away from you
Yes.
by an external outside force,
Yes, ma'am.
I would get pissed too if I found that out.
Yeah, especially if I've expressed my desire and we're working together, then if I feel that if I've been overridden by something, I don't do well with it. I don't like I don't like not having my choice. Not that
Okay,
you have to do what I'm saying, but
yeah.
I don't like that my choice is not being considered.
Will you do me a favor?
Yes, ma'am.
Will you think about being 14 and finding out this information about your father?
Okay.
And will you tap the sides of your hands?
Okay, let me put this down.
Uh-huh. Because this is just too big, my sister. This is like that moment, I can't even imagine what that moment must have been like for you. I mean, our family, knowing our parents, like that seems like something like we should just be able to know who
Yes.
mom is and who dad is. And to have that shift on us, this
Hmm.
has probably created a pattern that whenever some kind of control is taken away, where something's out of your hands, you can't, it just brings up that feeling that you had as a 14-year-old girl. And God bless you. God, I mean, geez whiz.
It happened again at 22.
Again?
Yes.
Oh my God. So do you know, has it been clarified? Where are you at?
I've done all kind of research and DNA and look here and look there, and I still don't know.
Oh my sweet Jesus. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're here for you because what I'm getting, and it's approaching Father's Day. So this is probably why it's coming up. Father's Day is Sunday. Okay.
Okay.
And Saturn can represent father energy in the chart, especially restriction, discipline, and contraction around authority figures.
Yeah.
So having Venus exactly conjunct your Saturn today in your 7th house near your North Star, which is your guide, it's your tool of guiding you to your highest self, that could be why this issue with your partner and why you're so angry is coming up.
Yes.
It's big. This is big. I mean, I'm so grateful you're on this call today, right? I mean, I could see how it'd be so easy to just have this happen and not know, right? Why, not make it just the dogs and you did this thing, but really the root of it being so huge. So I want you to come to your tender spot, and all of you, let's do this too, because we all have places in our lives where we have things that we couldn't control and we didn't feel empowered, and we had things that we couldn't handle happen, and it was a lot. Okay. And so whatever that brings up for you, I want you to just tune into it. Even though I feel what around this situation.
Even though I felt depleted,
Yeah,
I love myself deeply.
that's right. Even though I feel what?
Even though I felt betrayed, I love myself deeply.
That's it. So anywhere any of you have felt betrayed, that's it. We're going to ask for a complete change history and everything as needed, levels 1, 2, and 3. Take a real deep breath in and out. This is going to shift some things. Let it move. Let it move through you. Anywhere anyone here has dealt with betrayal. Yeah, anything that brings up or lets down this lifetime or any other. We ask for a complete change history and everything is needed, levels 1, 2, and 3. Okay, tap the sides of your hands. Of your tender spot. Okay, so thinking about all this stuff now, Dr. Walker, even though I feel what?
Even though I feel isolated.
There it is.
Yeah. I love and accept myself.
There it is.
Even though I feel I am a part of no family.
Ah,
I love and accept myself.
there it is.
Even though I feel I don't belong to anybody. I love and accept myself. Even though I have to protect myself. I love and accept myself. Even though I can't let a man in.
Ah, there it is.
I love and accept myself.
There it is. Good job. Really good work. Tap the sides of your hands. We asked for a complete change history for you around this, levels 1, 2, and 3. And anyone out there who've gone through issues or turmoil with men or the father, and it's difficult to let men in, because of the pain with the father. Everything that brings up or lets down, we ask for complete change history, and everything is needed. Levels 1, 2, and 3. This is so appropriate for the time right now that we're in. Thank you for being vulnerable and really sharing this with us. Good. And then you're going to tap inside the eyebrows, just feeling any stuck anger around all of this, right? It's like, I'd be pissed, right? And this relates to the bladder. And just like, it's okay to feel pissed. It's okay to feel angry about what's happened to us in the past. It's okay. It's there. And then we can clear it. And then outside the eyes, under the eyes, under the nose, mouth, collarbone, under the arms, rib cage, thumb for grief, just feel into so much stuff clearing out of the collective around love, around connecting to a masculine in your life. And for men watching, maybe this could relate to your own father and any issues there. There's always some. Index finger. No one's perfect. We all come in with different challenges. Middle finger. Pinky finger. Who do you need to forgive?
My mother.
There it is. Why do you need to forgive her?
I love her to pieces, and I love my mommy to pieces. I just need to forgive her because I want the healing for her and me.
Okay. So go ahead and say, I can forgive my mom.
I can forgive my mom.
For doing what? What did she do?
For being afraid to give me the facts about my father.
And why can you forgive her?
I love her.
That's a good reason.
Yeah, I love her. I want her to be free too.
So tap in that pinky finger.
Okay.
Say, I can forgive my mama.
I can forgive my mama.
For what?
For not being free.
Why? Why can you forgive her?
Oh, I can forgive her because she was abused too. She was abused. Yep. This is a pattern.
That's right. I can forgive my mom for what?
I can forgive her for trying to protect me, even through a lie.
And why can you forgive her?
I can forgive her because I love my mother to pieces. I adore my mother. She's my sunshine. I love her.
I can feel her. That's beautiful. Good. Go ahead and tap your collarbone. Tap under the arms. Tap your rib cage. Tap the side of the hand. And we just ask for complete change history for all of this stuff. Everything got brought up for all of you. Levels 1, 2, and 3 in the highest and best way. In the highest and best order. That's it. A lot of emotion here. We're tackling some deep stuff here. That's good. Good. Okay. Good. So now I want you to tune in to your partner and the dog and what happened today. How does it feel?
It feels it feels a lot different. I can't, I'm not rejecting him.
Right.
I don't feel the rejection of the possible rejection of him.
He was just your catalyst. He was just helping you to bring up something that needed to come out, right? If there's a negative emotion in us, it's not because of the other person. It's because that negative emotion was already inside of us. And they are just a catalyst causing us to clear that. It's an opportunity.
Okay.
We should say thank you.
He better not let my dog breed again with someone else.
Oh no.
Yeah, he better not do that. But I do
that-
thank him for it.
Oh Lordy. Well, you know, you can set boundaries, right? You can ask for you want, but the thing is that you'll be able to do it from a clear place where you're not just angry.
Yeah.
You can just be present. So just tap the side of your hand.
Okay.
There's just a little more left. Yep, all that stuff. Yep. And it's okay. It's anger also tells us when a boundary has been crossed.
Yes.
So
I just yawned too.
Yep. So it's like it's bringing up that which was buried. And it's also saying, this is not okay with me, and I need something else instead. Okay. Rub your tender spot. There you go. Just acknowledge how you feel. Deep breath in and out. Everyone breathe in, breathe out. And just notice how much calmer everyone feels. like you just took a chill pill of some kind, right? Yeah, it's just peaceful. So what's happening, Dr. Walker, is that the Saturn is the restriction around your access to your higher self.
Okay.
Okay. And so all the work you've had to go through and the challenges, in a way, it's been hard for you to access the gifts of the pole star, which are greater awareness and alignment. It's like it's been harder to hear your guidance because of the trauma you went through. And so as you clear out, Saturn often, Saturn often represents karma. As you clear out the karma, it's like the pole star is going to come shining in really bright, right? Really bright. Yeah. And you may already begin to start feeling it because we've been focusing on it today and talking about it and bringing your attention to it. And so now that we've moved huge amounts of dense energy today with you, and we're going to send you the meditation that's going to be so powerful, you're going to have even greater access to that energy of the star. And I'm just saying, did I ever put the star in this? Okay. Full star. Don't mind me. Purpose. Oh, well, there we go. This is the North Star. You see this blob in the center?
Okay, yes.
That is actually the North Star.
Okay.
Yeah, I know it's a little pixely, but That is what it looks like. That is how vibrant and how bright it is. So imagine that that light has been being obscured by the density of Saturn.
Okay.
It's been hard for you to receive that frequency because Saturn can be the physical plane, it can be the earth. You've been bogged down in the world for a long time. The material world, the material universe, business, money, power. And it's been like a haze around, I'm hearing your third eye and your crown chakra. And what
Okay.
North Star is the blazing light of your third eye and your crown chakra. It's that connection to those higher
Oh,
guidance
okay.
goals. And so one way that you're going to have a lot of access to it is through relationships and partnerships. You're actually going to get lots of guidance from other people. That's one way that the guidance is going to come in for you,
Okay.
right? So you're on this call, you're interacting with me, you're getting guidance, you go to so going to events, working with people, those are the ways and spaces that you're going to have greatest access to the
Yes.
star.
That's what happens to me. Yes, so true.
Mm-hmm. So if you're out of sorts and you're like disconnected, it's actually powerful for you to go and connect with other people, whether it's a guide or a teacher or an event or a coach. That's powerful for you. It assists you to get
Yes,
out
it
of
does.
your own way, to get out of your head. And so having that on standby, just consistently dialing that in, that's very helpful for you, right? And
Okay.
so knowing where we have our North Star point helps us know where can we go? What arena of our life can we go and access that will assist us to dialing into that North Star?
Okay.
Yeah. And so your partner is actually a good place for that. You know, he may be able to help you get more in touch with your guidance system.
Yes,
But
he does.
if you're mad at him, that's no dice, right? That's no dice at all. And so that's good thing we're here. We help to clear some of the fog, right? We help to clear some of that energy out. Fantastic. Fantastic. How
Wow.
are you
Thank
doing
you
now?
so much.
Yeah.
I'm doing really good. And this totally resonates, and I have proof of it. The things that happen really bad with betrayal. Whenever I would do, for a long time, I used to go and stay on Shabbat Eve inside of temples and pray all night. And one of the things that would happen is whatever hurt me would
Mhm.
come up, and I would be trying to connect with spirit and stay connected, but the thoughts would be so strong. And
Mhm.
so I would have to deal with that and try to forgive or whatever it was I was doing to get
Mhm.
past that. So I do have examples of that Saturn. I didn't know that's what it was,
Yeah.
but that Saturn impeding that North Star. And then once I could get through that,
Mhm.
oh wow, my dreams, my visions, I would hear very clearly. I would meet people in very unusual places with different connections. So yes, I have the proof of this already. So you are super. It's just so amazing.
You know, it's really cool because the positive side of Saturn is that, and thank you for sharing that, is that Saturn becomes the master. So at first it's the
Um,
challenge. It's like that wall we just can't friggin' get through. It's like, ah, we're so frustrated. But then as we dance with it and work with it, like you have, eventually one day it becomes that you could have an ability creating a business that assists people, maybe a partnership business. So you'd be in a partnership with someone where you would work with them on supporting other people and coming into divine alignment with their soul guidance,
yes,
right? Because guidance star in the house of partnership with Saturn, which is business. So making a business with a partner around guiding others into alignment with their soul purpose, hearing the voice of the higher self.
yes,
Right. So that becomes something one day you can make a business out of. You've had to work so hard, you've had to challenge so much that you're like, I know the value of being aligned to my higher self. I
yes,
know how important it is that I can hear my guidance. And I've had to work. I've had to
yes,
my way through to get to that. And I know how important it is to have it in my life. And so it becomes a gift, right? At
Yeah.
first it sucks. I'm not going to lie. It's like, oh my God, how do I get through this? But now
Mhm.
it becomes a mastery.
So true. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that was awesome. I always love talking with you. It's always transformational and powerful, and you play full on and you go deep, and I just so appreciate that because that's what I'm here for. I'm here for us to go deep, to not hold back, to not, try and act differently, but to be who we really are and
Yes.
the real information that
And we
we.
will be booking that session with you, a paid
Yeah.
session.
Oh, that'll be fun. I will love on that.
Thank
For
you so
sure.
much.
You're welcome. All right, my friends, who would like to go next in finding your North Star and what it means in your life? How is it showing up? How can you access it better? You can raise your hand. You can put something in the chat. We'll see who pulls or goes first. Everyone's like, oh, you can go. You can go. Who wants to go? Okay.
I'll
All right.
go.
Yeah, I was actually going to just pick you, April. I was like, oh yeah, we
You
should get
sensed it.
April. Yeah, I felt it. I like your fire engine red. That's good Aries energy.
Hmm.
Oh, girlfriend, we've got Mars on your Chiron right now. Holy cow. Okay, what's going on with you? Are you doing okay? How are you?
Um, I think I'm doing better since Mars came into Aries.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I was able to publish a book on Amazon. I've been putting that off. I told you about that last night.
Yay.
Um, and then what I've been noticing the last like 2 weeks, I'm just getting bombarded by people. People are just coming out of the woodwork, messaging me, inviting me to things, wanting me to present on their podcasts. And it's just like, why? I'm trying
Well,
so hard to hide and be
yeah.
internal, but everybody's like, come on, April, come here,
That
talk
could
to me.
totally be Mars on your Chiron. Yeah, this like
Mhm.
action poking you at exactly your weak spot, which is leadership, which is taking action, which is like doing the things, like acting on the so so that could be incredibly uncomfortable because this is Chiron, right? It's that wounded warrior essence where you're like, I am so good not doing those things. Like, what are you doing? But at the same token, what a beautiful opportunity for you and how much you deserve it. And with Chiron and Aries, you become a great teacher for leaders who are wounded, right? You become a great inspiration for others who really need to get out there and who are not, right? You become that inspiration for them. So that's amazing. I mean, I really feel that the more you love on yourself and love on that feeling that comes up when people are coming at you with these opportunities, how dare they to be like, that part of me that doesn't like this, I send you love. That part of me that feels contracted or resistant, like I send you love. That part of me that this kind of hurts, I send you love. And just keep sending love to that place that at the moment of impact, when they reach out and you go, oh my gosh, that moment that you just really allow, okay, it's okay. I'm just going to take 3 breaths. And you just begin dispersing all that charge because it's lifetimes. I mean, it's like, it's very long, long trail. Yeah. Wow. I just had this interesting sound thing happen. I think I'm like imagining sounds. That's never happened before. I almost think I was being shown like a past lifetime. It's like beautiful music playing. It's definitely the Victorian era. Yeah. That's and I'm seeing like horses, like a merry-go-round. Oh my gosh. Okay, I just got something in my heart. I think you need to come visit me. And I need to take you to the boardwalk where I live, and there's a merry-go-round.
Oh,
I just heard I need to take you on that. I don't know why. And like take you out to dinner. And it was just like, I need to get you up here and just have a day with you. And I think it will help you heal. That's what I'm hearing. And that, I mean, I would love that. My human self loves that, but that was like, that was just guidance. That was interesting. I don't normally do that. Um, but what I'm hearing is that there was like a past life in this maybe Victorian era, where you lost your power. And it was very painful. And so there's like a disconnect between being powerful and then losing joy. Like leadership, like stepping into leadership might mean that you lose joy. And so there's a part of you that just doesn't want to lose the joyfulness. It wants to stay like a child, like loving life. And it's like this fear of like, if I step into my true power and I lead, it's going to be painful. And so I don't want to do that. Um, and so somehow I think I'm seeing the wheel go round as like merry-go-round, like you continuing to maintain your joyfulness and healing. Oh, I'm here. Okay. Healing the pain of the inner child from that era. So it's not just your inner child, it's like the inner child from that older era. And that's one reason that you're so attracted to older things is that I'm seeing like your little child still kind of stuck in that time. And so I'm channeling right now, in case you're wondering, it comes through. And so I'm just sensing you needing to maybe watch some old-fashioned, old-timey movies from the Victorian era and sort of allow yourself to, you might cry, um, to just sort of claim back that innocent you that got stuck there and kind of take her back. So she's not, I feel like she's alone at the wheel go round, merry-go-round, and she's just riding it endlessly. Instead of growing up and going forwards, she's sort of stuck on this merry-go-round. And so there's like this need for you to come and sit with her, maybe go on a couple rounds and I love you. And oh, you're so sweet. You're so beautiful. Oh, you're so precious. And maybe laugh and sing and just really say, I'm here now. Oh, there's so many waves of emotion. Just tell her like, I'm here now. Oh, 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 and I love you and it's okay. Like it's gonna be okay. Because she's saying like, is it gonna be safe? Am I safe?
mhm.
Like, I don't want to leave this, that it kind of like some bad things maybe happened in that life. And so she's kind of stayed there and hasn't wanted to go forwards. And so you can kind of go to her and kind of invite her, say, hi, I'm here now. We can go this other way now. Look where we can go and take her on an adventure of what you can do now. Take her to speaking events, take her to book signings, take her out into the world to do what, you feel invite her to do. Show her, but hold her hand. And I think that these people and these opportunities will start feeling less invasive because they're trying to get you to come, but that part of you doesn't want to leave because she doesn't feel safe. And she needs to feel safe. Right. And that's why it's so tender. It's so tender. It's just like, it's so sweet. She's so sweet and she's so precious. Okay. And so you're wise. You're trying to protect her, right? You're trying to keep her safe. You're trying to keep her cared for. And that's so admirable and that's so beautiful. And so you don't need to feel any shame or guilt, just appreciation for the value that you're bringing to her by protecting her and by keeping her safe until she feels okay. And so maybe you take her out every day and show her what you do, and you can pretend have your little inner child to work day and you show her what you do and play with her and show her what, hey, you want to be involved in this, or you want to come meet my teacher or my mentor and look at his family and look at what they do, and just kind of invite her along for the journey. Right. And that will that will help you to feel safer on so many levels. And I think so many of us who are professionals and who are going out there in the world, we really need to take a moment and just appreciate how multidimensional we are. And that we have many parts of us that went through so many different things and so many different dimensions that are at so many different places and spaces that we're caretaking and we're tending to so that we can move forwards and that we can take these leaps and to not feel ashamed or embarrassed if there's parts of us that are children, parts of us that are babies, parts of us that are old women or old men, right? And just love those parts of us, all the parts of us, and provide the love and safety that we each need for each component of our life, each part of ourselves. And I think that that Chiron wound won't be so deep. It'll just feel softer. And then when people reach out, you'll be like, oh, great. And you'll see her coming with you. And you'll be like, we're going to go on another adventure. Instead of like, I have to leave. I can't leave my little child self. I need to protect her. I can't. To, I have her with me. We're all one and we're having fun. We're having a great time. And now I'm excited to come and join you, right? That's kind of the energetic that I perceive for you, right? Wow, that's so sweet. That was such a sweet thing to facilitate with you. I could see you having some shifts there, so that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that brings us to your pole star. Yeah, that brings us to where your pole star is, which is actually in the lower quadrant of your chart. And so 1 through 10, 10 through 20, 20 through 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 6. So right around 36, which is 10 degrees from your IC, which is the home. And so it's in the third house, though. This is interesting. And so one of the ways that you actually find higher self guidance is through communication, especially like making videos or books or coloring books or those kind of creative projects. You actually have access point to guidance that comes from the North Star for you in that avenue. That could be one reason you're drawn to go and do it. You're drawn to like make books on a different level than most people are like, I'm going to make a book now. And other people are like, what do you mean? And you're like, yeah, it's fun. And that's because when you do that and you get into that process of creation, that is where the North Star lives in your chart. So communication for you is like a portal way to accessing the clarity and guidance of the pole star. Yeah. Oh, that's what's happening. I just realized why I was hearing music. I live next to a beautiful park on the river, and they just started up a weekly concert at the river. So that's what's going on.
Oh, that's so cool.
I was like, why am I hearing so much music? Yeah, there's a party right down the street. That's so cool. So what does that mean? This means that if you're trying to get guidance, you could sit down and write. You could sit down and read. You could have a conversation. Any form of communication is an access point to you for Polaris, for the North Star. And you tend to access it more on the inner realms, right? Like for Jesu, her pole star is up in the house of partnership. So it's above the horizon line. So for her, she kind of goes out of the unconscious, out of the yin, and out to someone external, like a coach, a guide, a partner, a friend. That's where she gets these like sparks of brilliance, or even to a church, right? Because the church is where we get married, right? So the church is related to the seventh house and the law. It's interesting. So the church can be a powerful place for her. So for you, it might be libraries, it might be bookshops, it might be cafes, It might be social media because the third house rules social media, and that's so out of the ordinary, right? Where people are like, stop scrolling and get in touch with yourself. But for you, and that's where you're like, oh, I saw this great Instagram post. Well, that's because your pole star, your higher guidance vibrational portal is in the house of communication and social networking. So you actually are able to receive, when you're doing those things, the influence of the pole star, which is just kind of phenomenal, which is like, it's like Santa Claus's star. So you can really call in and manifest as you're communicating. So when you're making those videos, April, that's why you're called to do them, because you're like, you're actually a little bit like channeling probably with the North Star energy as you communicate and express yourself. Interesting. So you become a more powerful manifester through the portal of communication, speaking and writing. And then it's so close to your IC, which is your family and your ancestry and your DNA, that your family is also a portal for you. It's a portal for you of guidance. Maybe your ancestors bring you information. Maybe you tap into your own DNA and you receive info. So it's like you can tune into your DNA, you can tune into your family, you can tune into the home, which could be one reason, you live close with your parents, right? You live close to that family unit because there's a connection between the vibration of your ancestry and your DNA that you are actually puts you closer to that divine access point to the pole star, which could probably mean that you have some kind of contract or agreement with the souls in your family and your ancestry to work together, to have that knowledge come through. And it's directly opposite, interesting, your ninth house and your Neptune and your galactic center up here in the ninth house. So travel, higher knowledge, university, higher learning, going to big events where you learn lots of things, or going on retreat. So you can both access it when you're doing social media and networking, and also when you go far, you travel far. That's kind of the access for you for entering the pole star as well as the galactic center frequency. And they're right near each other. The pole star and the galactic center are in polarity to each other. So the greatest yin, the greatest black, dark, 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 the galactic center, the womb of the galaxy, and the highest light for connecting to source are in polarity. They're directly opposite to each other. And so that I see as connecting to both your divine wisdom and then connecting to the womb of creation. And so it's our creation portal. It's a manifestation portal. It is aligning to our highest truth and wisdom, the North Star, and then aligning to the most creative, the womb of the universe to create it. Wow. Amazing. This is why I do these events, so that that had never occurred to me before. So thank you all for helping that come through. That is just no wonder today I was like, I have to do an event. I have to get you all together because this is so powerful. So wherever you have that galactic center and it's a little tricky because your pole star isn't shown on this chart, but that's okay. Directly opposite your pole star. That means that around June 13th through June 18th and December 13th through December 18th become these super powerful manifestation portals for everyone. Yeah, mark it on your calendar, right? This is a powerful time to set intentions and to get in tune with what it is you want to create, especially with Venus being right here for you, April, right here in your house of communication. And so that could also be why so many people are contacting you, because you have the sun and Venus and Mercury and many more planets, Jupiter, basically in your third house and in your second house. So that's making a lot of money, and it's also communication. And so that's super amplified right now. Pretty wild, huh? We've never talked about this really before.
That is wild. Yesterday I noticed on the chart, and I thought it was the same on my chart, that Regelius was 15
Rigel.
degrees. Right, that's what it's called. Yeah, it was in the same spot as mine on my chart. But I
Okay.
forgot what you said what that was all about.
Yeah, so Rigel is a billionaire star.
Hmm.
It's been found in almost every, well, not every, but in many billionaires' charts. So wherever you have Rigel, for you, Jisoo, Dr. Walker, that's in your 7th house. So it's probably through relationship that your wealth capacity gets activated. That's your highest wealth capacity. And then for you, April, I think that would be, is it in your 2nd house or your 3rd house? Well, how many degrees is it? It's like 23. I think it's in your 3rd house. Yeah. And so that means that communication becomes your portal to wealth, right? That's where like social media and networking and doing all those kinds of things, that becomes where you can most activate wealth in your life. And it puts Rigel opposite your Neptune, which is spirituality. And so when you bridge spirituality and communication, and maybe do it in a beautiful way, because Taurus is beauty, right? That can be maybe where the money comes. And that could be why you're kind of drawn to higher power things, right? Because that Neptunian energy is just pure spiritual energy. It's Pisces energy. But it's in Ophiuchus, which is like sacred mysteries, right? So it's like sacred mysteries and mystical energy activating the billionaire star, Rigel, right? And so you have, so I mean, all of us, wherever this conglomeration is happening in our chart, wherever you have Taurus, right, from about 15 degrees of Taurus to 30, 33 about, that is so much Taurian energy for wealth and abundance, with Rigel, the billionaire star, and then Venus, the billionaire planet. It's like wherever you have that in your chart, what's happening in that arena of your life? And for you, April, it's really your mainly in your house of communication. And it's also connected to the family, because we've got your IC, which is your ancestors. It's your home. It's your family, right? And so your mom had that $75,000 win come in just the other night from the insurance claim. And so that would be what I would say is a reflection of all those wealth planets near your IC, which is the house and the home and the family, right? So it's like, well, where can I expect to see the wins? Well, through your social media, through your social marketing, communication, books, audios, speaking engagements, and also through the family. That would be the arena that I would recommend. And it's also where the pole star is. So you're also going to be receiving a lot of divine wisdom and knowledge and information. And I'll send you all that meditation tonight. It blew my mind when I experienced it. Is that a blue light in your background, Odie? What color is it?
It's actually a red grow light for plants.
No, it looks blue.
And it looks on camera on my end, it looks pink.
Okay, so there's 2 lights. There's one pink.
Oh, this one is a little Chinese lantern.
Yeah, it looks blue.
Maybe.
It looks like the North Star looks, actually. Yeah, it
There,
looks
I'm gonna
like,
keep it on me.
yes, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And that's what the meditation is going to be about, is actually tuning into the actual star frequency of Polaris. And I tell you, after I did this meditation, I was just so tuned into my body. Like it just felt like so tuned into my higher self. It was just absolutely incredible. So I'm very excited for you all to have it. Yeah.
Nice.
And April, I'm really excited for you. I wonder what other wins are about to come through for you, because you do so much social media, that something's bound to come through for you. I feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Way to
Thank-
go, everyone. Yay. Hallelujah. Okay. Okay, so let's see here. Who would like to be next? Yeah. Andoni. Yes, sir. He's like, please. I'm ready. I'm ready. I want to know. Yes, I know. It's getting exciting now. Getting so exciting. So looking at your chart, oh, wow. Yeah. So you have Rigel also in the third house, like April, right? The Sun and Mercury and Polaris in your fourth house. Okay. So a lot of wealth potential can happen for you in both of these houses right now. And so in the third house with Rigel, the wealth star, we have Jupiter currently transiting your third house, which is the millionaire planet. Okay, so there could be a lot of opportunities as Jupiter, the millionaire planet, approaches Rigel in terms of getting opportunities and things happen.
Mm.
And then in terms of Polaris in your fourth house, it's almost exactly, and Venus is exactly conjunct your IC, which is the house of the home. So
Okay.
let me explain the IC a little bit, because we're having a lot of activation around it, both for you, April, and for you, Andoni. And so the fourth house and the IC are pretty powerful energies. So let's just look at a framework of the chart real quick. So, you know, we start with our ascendant, our sun sign. That's how we come in. It's the beginning of the chart. Then, and that represents sunrise. Then when we come down to the bottom to the IC, the Imam Coeli, which represents the bottom of the sky or midnight, we get into our deepest self. That is like our most internal, private, it's the most yin. If the MC at the top is the most yang, then the IC is the most yin. It's our home. It's our family. It's our DNA, right? It's that part of us that is the most hidden. It is literally the root system of our whole chart. Okay, it's our DNA, it's our roots. It's how we stay grounded to planet Earth, right? From our family, our home, our DNA. That's what the fourth house is. That's what the IC is. It's our root system, our foundation, right? It also can relate to the mother. It's the roots of you. It's our ancestry. It's our emotion. It's home. Family, emotions, depth, roots, ancestors, our DNA itself. You know, if you're into genealogy, right? If you have a lot of planets in the ice near the IC or in the fourth house, then genealogy becomes something that's very powerful for you, because you're here to kind of tune into the energetics of where you came from. And the IC, being the roots, is also challenges in our IC or our fourth house can result in blockages in the top house, which is our blossom, which is our purpose. Right. So in the same way that the fourth house and the IC are our root system, the MC, or the top of the chart here, is our blossom or flower. It's how I sometimes call it our secondary sun sign. It's kind of how we express ourselves in the most powerful way. And so when you have a lot of things there, like for instance, you have Polaris there in the house of the home, in the house of the DNA, and the house of the ancestry, right? The Imam Coeli speaks to our inner lives, the inward focused energy, the roots, the foundations of who we are, our past memories, our childhoods, our family lives. It's our inherited identity. It's based on inheritance. It's developed from previous cycles before birth. So this may even, reach back into past lives as well. Okay. So what does that mean for you having the star of purpose, the North Star, in the fourth house and having Venus conjunct the IC today, like 1 degree away? It means that abundance, prosperity, wealth, it's the billionaire planet, could come through your family, could come through your ancestry, could come through somewhere where you live, like maybe either you're going to move or where you're living could mean that money is going to come through. Or it could also mean that you're going to heal something in your family. It could mean healing for your family. It could mean love towards your family. Something might shift for you today. And with the pole star right next to it, it means that home is where you get the deepest connection to the pole star's guidance. So being at home, being focused inward, being tuned inwards is where you get the greatest access to that higher self wisdom. Right? And so that's why home is so important for you. That's why where you live is so important for you, because if that's where you go to get the most direct linkage to the intermediary between us and source, then it is so important that where you live is harmonious, that it's beautiful, right? Especially in Taurus, that you feel very good about it. And it's also opposite your galactic center and your midheaven. Okay, so to get better ideas about your career and your purpose, going within at home, that's what nourishes you. That is your root system. That's what allows you to expand into your purpose. And so if you neglect your time at home, that's when you go out of balance, because that's where the point is to the North Pole, right? That's where the little window is, boom, where you just can get these frequencies from that clarity to come through. Right. And so with Venus right there, this is such a beautiful time for doing this meditation for you. It's pretty amazing. And for doing this class, really, it's perfect timing. And so nature becomes very important for where you live, because it's not only where the pole star is in Taurus, but it's in your fourth house of the home. And so for you to access that pole star, being around nature, living in a home with beautiful plants and flowers and the earth, that helps you to get into the right frequency, because the frequency of the North Star is incredibly high. It's an incredibly high frequency. And so in order for us to access it, we have to attune to it. It's not just something that we think about and then it's there. We have to kind of pause, slow down, quiet the mind, focus it, open to it, and then allow and receive the pulsation to come through. Yeah. So I know this is a bit obscure of a subject, the pole star. Not many people talk about it. But to me, I've just found it to be incredibly powerful I found that when I started attuning to it, I started to get pulled back onto my track, right? Because we all kind of veer on and off. But if you want to just align back very quickly, the pole star is a really great way to do that. Yeah.
Okay.
How's that lining up for you? Anything you want to share?
So yeah, I understand when you mention that it's obscure, like I feel that, and also it resonates as well. Like last time, it just you mentioning the fact that the family is where I go and kind of retreat in a way, and when I do that is where I get the downloads. That makes total sense because um I was living in Vancouver for 2.5 years, and then I came here back for Christmas after a sort of a breakup for a relationship, and just kind of like, okay, let's go for Christmas, and then I just stayed here for a bit, and I was very I think 2 days ago when you mentioned that there was a sort of a like this whole era collectively we are focused on ourselves, and then we're gonna step into the like more let's get out, like share what we've been through, and like I felt it really, and I felt like all these since Christmas till now that I've been here and kind of retreating, I've just been downloading the whole vision that I've shared yesterday, that like I just shared like the path that I just feel like this is what I'm loving and what I'm here really to do. And also what you mentioned about the healing of like family today. I call my sister just randomly, like with no specific topic really, just like I want to call, I want to speak with my sister, and I just felt like something flowing, and um yeah, so it's resonating really well.
It's interesting, right? It's interesting how we can take our focus on any area in the chart, and when we focus in on it, how loud it speaks and how much there is for
Mm,
every little nuance that we focus on.
mm,
And I think tonight, after you do the meditation, the very subtle power of the pole star is going to kind of vibrate through, and it's going to help you grasp what I'm alluding to, that once you experience it, you'll go, oh,
mm,
ah, that's what Lotus was talking about. And so tomorrow will be all about this North Star. And today's just the opening of the gate to start to help you meet it and make contact to it. And it's a very subtle vibration, right? There's different levels of vibration on the planet, from very dense and heavy, like a table and chairs, to the energy of the ether. That is where all the Akashic information is stored, right? And so there's
mhm,
just so many layers of vibration and frequency. And so the pole star, it is vibrating at a very high frequency. Okay. And so we may not even have known it was there. We may not have even turned our radio station to hear its song, but that's what today and tomorrow is about, opening the way for you to have another channel or conduit to receive your own guidance. That's what it is. It's just for you to know where in your chart, what arena of your life do you have access to this pole star energy? Where is it located? And for you, it's the home and the family. And so it makes a lot of sense that you would have need to go home to kind of regroup yourself. And that could have been, if you had a strong enough home base where you were, that could have been your home. But because you didn't yet, going back to the ancestral home, very powerful. And then today, Venus on your IC, feminine, calling your sister, that makes a lot of sense, right? You're like, oh, I don't know why, but I just feel inspired to do this thing. That makes a lot of sense.
mm.
So it's also going to be what allows you to open up to your full potential, because the midheaven is our blossom. Okay. So a lot of times we don't value our root system and we don't value what we have to do when we're not out in the world, because over the top of the top half of the chart is our external way of being, and everything below the horizon is our internal way of being. And so if we're really obsessed on our physical material success, let's say, we want to be successful, we want to do well, we want to achieve big things, right? That's what we're talked about. We're told, we're trained to strive for that. But we don't often receive the memo about, well, what does it take to do that? And what about the balance of what does our internal life need to be like in order to create that external result? And so for you, that grounding of home and family is what is going to be the root system and the seed that will allow you to blossom into your full potential. And so I just really want to acknowledge that having so many planets in the house of the home right now, this is where your work is. Right? It's not to be going out there and doing the career stuff right now. It's like, it is to be home. It is to be taking care of the family. It is the DNA. You are probably amplifying the energy of your family right now, healing the DNA, healing the blood, so that when you decide to go forwards, when the energy shifts, which will be around December 15th, December 20th, the sun will be on your midheaven. So that might be a time where you're suddenly just out there in the world, whatever way that means.
Yes.
Okay, so that's one reason that knowing our charts and knowing where the planets are really aspecting and activating us can be so helpful. Because sometimes, we're just so geared to be successful out in the world. And then there's like 50 planets in our house of the home and family, and we're at home with our family and we're going, gosh, am I really blowing it right now? I'm not going out there more. Like, what's the deal?
Mm.
And it's like, no, actually, this is what I'm being activated to do right now. That's my mission. That's so I can get to the next step, right? And for you too, April, having so many planets approaching your fourth house, right? It's going to be like, maybe let's take a look at this. In June, I want to prepare you. So you're like, oh, that's what's going on. Because all the planets are going to be moving, right? Venus will be moving into Gemini, the sun will be, etc. And so as the sun hits your IC around June 30th through until about the end of July, that's family time. Like that's a lot of energy going deep into the home, deep into the DNA, home and family, right? And so you may feel called to either go on a vacation in terms of just like taking some time off, or going on a trip with your family, or interspersing the work you do out in the world with rest and relaxation. And just when I have a ton of planets in the fourth house, I'm like, I'm just going to watch a ton of movies. I'm going to eat some good food. I'm going to rest. I'm going to just slow down, because there's a family healing happening. I'm going to talk to my family. I'm going to do ancestral healing work. I'm going to give my attention to my foundation. And maybe that's moving to a new house. Maybe that's upgrading where I live. Maybe that's interior design or interior decoration. You don't have to be stagnant. You don't have to do things less than, but you can reformat how you do things. You can work from home more, which you already do. So you're in good shape there. It could be have more home-based projects. It could just be a little more internal, right? And you're not there yet. So don't worry. You still got a lot of socializing and networking time, right? Until the sun hits deep fourth house, which then you may feel a little more quiet, right? It's just, or you might do a lot of things with the family. You might do events with the family, right? That kind of thing. So I really like giving people a heads up about that, because I think we can be so hard on ourselves when in reality, we're just following the pulse. We're just doing what we're being called to do. Right? Did you have, oh, and tomorrow will also be kind of get all your questions answered. So if you have any remaining questions, if you have things you wanted to know about, if you want to know about your money houses or wealth houses, anything like that, tomorrow you're going to be able to ask all the questions you want. We'll give some free time for that. Anthony, did you have any questions coming up for you or any comments or anything you wanted to share?
Yes, thank you. It's regarding sort of, so I have the chief aim, and then the dream, the vision, the chief aim. Then it's sort of the question is regarding the next logical step. So specifically, there's this yoga, or there's this sort of van life thing, and then in BC the yoga center. I picture it like the West Coast, and the van life is sort of like the spinal cord, and like BC is sort of like the pineal gland, like it's like the boom, like the center of shine, something like that. And then Mexico, like Baja and Mexico is like the roots or something like that.
Right.
So I like the chief aim and the vision up there is already set, and right now I'm wondering how I can have access to that vision. I have sort of different paths that are lined up. One is like getting in investors, like to start it up. Another is like take it a little bit slower and sort of work and then get funding for that by working and stuff. But that's sort of the question, like how do I sail, like I know where I'm going, I know where the port is, and then the question is more like the next logical step, like I'm getting some job offers up in BC, but then what you're saying is resonating. The I am like grounding here and healing sort of stuff here through communication, and I feel like my presence is valued, but like making good help here. So it's sort of regarding that, like this, like the now physical, like what I have right in front of me, like what is the action steps kind of.
Yeah, well, with Mars and Aries in the second house, you're probably really feeling that action, especially
Mm-hmm.
around money, right? To
Mm-hmm.
make money. So it's a good leadership time for you to make money. I get this feeling of finding work where you are because you've got Venus on your IC, which is the billionaire planet. It's not up here in the house of travel. It's down on the house of the home and the family. So I feel intuitively that where the biggest money for you is actually where you are. But what I am seeing is like maybe nature, maybe work involving houses, maybe work involving family, work involving physical things, gardening or working on houses or doing massage even. Anything Taurian right now is going to probably be very powerful for you. I feel like the travel thing is going to be better come December when the sun is activating that. And it wouldn't even have to be December, but like if you waited until November,
Mm.
although that's cold winter, you may not want to go north at that time. Right? I feel that with so many planets in your house of the home and family, including Venus, and then Jupiter is going to go through as well. You might really want to just consider what is around me or what is online, because Jupiter is in your third house of communication. So what is either a video production, something you could do online where you share or you give information or you attract wealth or money in that way? Or what is something you can do at home, like out in nature, being like a gardener, working with the land, maybe finding like a permaculture retreat center and working, maybe even working at a restaurant, because you have Leo on the cusp of your sixth house, which is the sign of the performer. And so being of service as a performer and being a waiter is actually a really great way to perform, right? Because you're practicing how you stand and you're practicing your delivery and you're giving a little presentation about what's on the menu. And so I'm wondering if you could find some kind of really nice restaurant that's like beautiful, you know, caters to higher level patrons, that you could, you know, make a lot of tips and you could save the money up and funnel that into the van life and the vision, or some type of work where you're enjoying it. It's beautiful, but so many planets in the house of the fourth house could be restaurants, right?
Mm.
Be making money in restaurants. So I don't know what your experience is in that. I don't know if that's something that interests you at all, but the Leo on the sixth house can be being a waiter, can be being a musician. Maybe you need to just go out on the street and start playing music and making tips or making videos and putting your music up. Maybe you need to play music right now, because Leo on the sixth house, Leo is the performer and the sixth house is work and service. So you might try going out and busking and maybe filming it and putting it up and just see what happens, because there's so much magic. I mean, Venus is the throat, and it's singing, and it's in Taurus, which is the throat and singing. So tocar la guitarra, you know, maybe you need to go out and play la música.
Mm.
Okay? So, I mean, yeah, April's saying, I see so many musicians do live broadcasts on TikTok.
Okay.
Exactamundo. And you have Jupiter in the third house, which is TikTok. It's social media. Jupiter is the millionaire planet. So I kind of feel like stick close to home and broadcast out, as opposed to go. You stay physically near the home, near the hearth, and you create things that you love. Venus is what you love. Do what you love, but do it where you are.
Mm. I see. Yes.
And build. Taurus is building. Build up the finances, build up the material wealth for your vision right now.
Mm.
Create that beautiful container and work every day to put some more money and some more money and build it, and sing and play music, because Taurus is the throat and it's singing, and you have Venus on your IC. So maybe you need to make music from home. Maybe you need to, like April said, film yourself singing and playing music at home and see what happens. Sometimes I just go live on Facebook and I have a great time, and I just play and sing. I don't care. It's an act of love. And then that act of love is so inspiring for others, because other people are also wanting to express themselves. And so when you say yes to your expression, everyone's happy. Yeah. Yeah. So is that helpful?
Yes. Yes, that is helpful. And yeah, everything, like all the little points you mentioned, I can relate in some way to all of it. So
Mhm.
yes, going in nature, music, and also I'm building my TikTok up, and
I'm just hearing you need to do it.
okay.
Like tonight, you need to go sing a song
Okay.
and film it. Like tonight, because you have Venus right on your IC, which is the billionaire planet, and it's
Okay.
singing.
Hmm.
And so it feels like there's a magic here.
Okay.
You're setting an intention, and while it might be in the home right now, it's opposite your midheaven. So whatever you do at home is going to affect how you shine out into the world. My guys are just, they're like, do it, Anthony. They're
Okay.
like, do it. And you can, you know, send us the video, right?
Okay. Yes.
Maybe we'll play it tomorrow in class. On Venus Day, on Friday.
Okay.
Perfect. There we go. There we go. Muy bien. Muy bien. Sing. You need to sing.
Hmm.
Yeah. You sing now.
Yeah.
Muy bien. Muy bien. Muy bien. Muy bien. Yes, 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 yes. Very good. Very good. Very good. So it's not about, you need to get out of your mind about what you need to do next, and you need to just do what you want to do right now. Does that make sense? Like, you need to just pick up your guitar and just sing. You need to celebrate. And you need to make money to keep building that dream. And stop thinking about what you're going to do and just do something.
Okay.
Because it's all right there. And then allow the situations, peoples, and events to just kind of to come in. It's going to be someone offering you this. It's going to be someone offering you that. It's this new opportunity here. It's maybe living in a beautiful place. So the next steps are just to take some type of action. And I'm hearing, so the sacral chakra relates to money and wealth. The sacral chakra is activated when we do what we love. So do what you love, play that music, and watch everything happen for you.
Okay.
Do yoga, right? Do gardening, do everything that makes your heart sing, and just notice how that dream or that chief aim starts coming together, like without you having to think about it so much. Right? It's more about your why. Why do you want to create that? Why are you drawn to do that? Probably has to do with the joy you feel when you sing, or the joy you feel when you come together with other people.
Yes.
And so focus on that to get to your next step.
Okay.
Right? So you want to keep focusing on the feeling of joy. I know that seems vague, but just ask yourself, what is the thing that's going to bring me the most joy next? That is still responsible, that's still aligned with my vision.
Okay. I feel it's a bit scary to go out, and even though I love doing it here, like here by myself or with like friends playing, and then I think of going there and maybe like busking or making money, and even I was doing it in Vancouver, but I feel sort of like fear, like something like scary, and to go out and play and get money out of it.
Well, it's
And live stream.
probably because your midheaven's in Ophiuchus. And Ophiuchus means that in a past life, you could have gotten hurt for going out into the world and for singing your song, for being you. And so that fear that you are feeling, right? That fear that you are feeling is from the past. That's not the present time. You're having like and I have these too, so I'm not projecting. I have this issue as well. What it is PTSD. It's PTSD from a past life. Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird? It's like a past dimension or a current dimension, what happened affecting us. And so that constriction, it's not about you going out there and singing. It's about something else that happened to you. Right? And so that's why it's so intense and so scary. It's terrifying. Yeah. Like, it's like literally like, like you just asked me to jump off a cliff or something, right? Like, that's how scary it feels. But that's not the reality. That's just a samskara. That's just a veil from the past that you're seeing through. Yeah. Yeah. So I honor that part of you that went through that. I see that part of you, and I know that part of you has felt that it needed to hide to stay safe. And so I'm just honoring that, and everyone here with us who has had to hide to stay safe, or that feeling that they've needed to hide to stay safe. That's a lot of times what Ophiuchus energy shows us. And so in order for you to share your gifts and talents, which you have so many of with the world, there's this veil that you're getting through. Yeah. So we're just going to ask for a complete change history for this for you. Deep breath in. And everything is needed.
levels 1, 2, and 3. Ah, mhm. Oh. And we're just going to ask the superconscious to heal your front chakras, superconscious to heal your back chakras. And I want you to imagine your future self going out and playing music in the world. Oh, there it is. Yep. Feel that. It's okay. Just feel it. It's okay. See your future self going out into the world, playing music, performing, sharing your gifts with the world. Yep. There it is. Yep. It's okay. We're here. It's okay. There it is. Okay. Now, superconscious, please scan and treat all of the absolute fear and terror and trauma that you've had from other lifetimes that is in the way of you stepping into this future outcome. Thank you, superconscious. Please scan and treat and do a complete change history and everything as needed. Levels 1, 2, and 3. There you go. Yep. Let it move. Yawn, stretch. Yeah, that's okay. That's a lot of energy moving. You're doing great. You're doing great. This is big stuff we're working on. Le tocar la música. Le tocar la guitarra. See? Uh-huh. You're doing great. Yeah. And so I want you to think about, there you go, your future self going out and playing music. See yourself going out there and playing music, singing songs. Okay. It's easier now. Yeah. And now, super conscious, please tag and treat any fear, any terror, any trauma from a past life around you going out, singing your songs and sharing your music with the world. Super conscious, please tag and treat this. Do a complete change history. And everything is needed. Levels 1, 2, and 3. Yawn and stretch and breathe. Yep. Tears are normal. This is very deep work. You're all doing great. Super conscious, please heal the front chakras. Please heal the back chakras. Please heal the throat. Please heal the etheric body. Please heal the mouth chakra. Please heal the neck chakra. Please repair the spirit of the neck. Please repair the spirit of the throat. Please repair the spirit of the song. Please repair the spirit of singing. Nice. Good work, everyone. And do a complete change history around all of this. Levels 1, 2, and 3 in the highest and best order and in the highest and best way. Now, please. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It is done. Show us. Deep breath in and out. Super conscious, please heal all the vertebra from that past life trauma. Super conscious, please repair the connection between the head and the body that was hurt in that lifetime. Please do a complete unconditional love healing around all of that past life trauma. Please tag and treat and clear all of the past life trauma. Do a complete change history, levels 1, 2, and 3 around this issue. Good. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Good. Super conscious, please repair all of the front chakras. Please repair all the back chakras. Please repair the dantians and the meridians. And we ask for complete unconditional love healing for all of you through all levels and layers, through all directions of time and space. And we ask for God's Spirit to please deliver to all of you the divine spiritual gifts from the Creator of all that is. For singing, for speaking, for expressing your truth. Asking for the divine spiritual gifts to go out into the world, sharing your divine spiritual gifts of singing and speaking. That you know how to use them. That you know when to use them. That you are already using them. Good. Deep breath in. Deep breath out, shake it out. Good. Good. And now one more time. I want you to imagine going out into the world and sharing your gifts of singing and song with the world. See that future self going out into the world, singing your songs, playing your music, sharing your gifts, just joyfully, lovingly. It's just natural. It's just part of who you are. It's just you. You just feel it more, amplify it, step into it more. Now, super conscious, please scan and treat any fear, trauma, terror, resistance, anxiety around doing this and stepping into this future self. And we command a complete change history, and everything is needed levels 1, 2, and 3. Taking a deep breath in. And out. Nice. Wow. Victoria, you have just like this bright light in your eyes. That is awesome. We're about to see a brand new woman. I can feel it. So awesome. Yeah. Anthony, how are you doing, my friend?
That was big and intense, and I feel like I don't know, I feel like I'm in a different place.
Yes. Okay.
Like,
Hold on.
yeah.
We're just going to command that all of that vibrational shifting, because we just changed dimensions. All that new vibrational energy that you're now in now be applied to absolutely everything in your 3D universe. So from your friends, your family, your home, your material body, your actual throat, your instruments, the world around you, the businesses around you, money, your wallet, everything in your 3D universe. We just command that all the energy shifts now just get applied out to everything in your 3D universe, so that as you walk forward on that golden path of abundance and joy, that all the gifts be applied already out to the world, so the world reflects what you are now. There you go. Whew, that was nice. That was nice.
Wow. Yeah.
So how do you feel now about going out and just playing some songs, either filming, making a little video, or performing, or anything like that? What comes up for you? How does it feel?
It feels intoxicating. It feels like um how do I say, like vibrating, it feels like I'm vibrating here in the heart, and it feels like when I think of that, it just feels like I'm vibrating outside, like that. But I feel concentrated here, like a lot of concentration here, And when you use your voice to speak and you hear it vibrate, I feel that. Like I feel it vibrating really hard.
Yes. Yes. What you want wants you.
Mm.
What you want wants you. That's the cosmic yes of what you want wanting you. And that dog barking was confirmation. Yeah. I see fireworks. There are fireworks going off. This is awesome. This is awesome. Yeah, you got this. I mean, you have Leo in your sixth house, the house of work and service. This is the house of getting a job, and you have it in Leo. So you playing music and performing is like work. What other people do for work, that's what you do for work.
Mm.
Pretty cool. I mean, use it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, if people say get a job, you can say this is my job. Yeah,
Yes.
this is my work. Yeah. Fantastic. Wow. Way to go, everyone. A lot of shifts through everyone. Our voice, our speaking, our singing, so muy importante because we create, this is the age of the throat chakra. Did you know that? This is
Mm.
the age of the throat chakra. It's the time of us expressing finally. It's time for the healing of the throat, the singing, the expressing. It's one of the most powerful things we can do right now is to express that channel freely, truthfully, lovingly, just showering our gifts out to the world. Yeah, fantastic. So good. And yes, OD, I saw your message. Yes, we can do yours now because I think they're very similar, actually. I don't know if they're opposite. But very good. Very good. Very good. I love it. So great. I can't wait to see you out there playing your music. You're going to do so great. You're going to do so great. So, Miss OD, your pole star is conjunct your IC. So that's one reason that home is such a powerful place for you. And your family and your ancestry. Have you done any genealogy? No. You've been avoiding it. Yeah. So you may receive some gifts if you do some work with learning more about where you come from. Because Polaris is right there. I'm not going to say too much more about this. It's also conjunct your destiny point. It's also in the third house. So communication, home, and family. Tonight's meditation is going to be very powerful for you because that energy of the pole star is happening down in the very end of your third house near your house of the home and family. Yeah. Is anyone else tingling? I'm having the DNA, those pins and needles kind of tingling sensations. That is actually a DNA shift is happening. Yeah. So you're like, whoa. That's okay.
I'm having it in my legs and feet.
Yeah. Yeah, you might be taking some steps forward. Yeah. April's like, oh my God. Yeah, it's real. I was like, I'm really feeling that DNA shift feeling. That's cool. In the thighs. Yeah, you've been feeling it in your right hand for weeks. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah. So vibration, pins and needles, heat, that can be after clearing, that can be the DNA shifting. So drink lots of water because you've literally changed at like a DNA level tonight, which is so cool. So OD, tonight's meditation, as you do it, I want you to tune in to the house of communication. And I want you to allow the North Star to bring you knowledge and wisdom for your destiny point, because your destiny point is fairly close to it, right? They're in the same sign, they're in the same house, okay? So the pole star is going to help you to know more about yourself. It's going to help you get more clear on what it is that you're here to learn, right? It's going to be this activation point for you so that you can get more clear. And I'm just looking up right now what A2 is, because I know you're wondering what A2 is and you're going, what is A2? And so A2, oh, this is interesting. There we go. A2 is Demeter. And in Greek mythology, Demeter is the mother of the harvest. She's the goddess of agriculture. She's the goddess of the abundance of nature, going out into the field and harvesting all the fields of hay. She's the cornucopia. She's the goddess holding all the nature. She's the earth mother. She's the earth mother. Okay. She is the earth mother. And so you have pole star next to the earth mother. So you're really an earth. You know, some people call them like a horse whisperer. You're an earth whisperer. You speak and convey the message of the earth, right? And so you have earth mother energy. That's your healing, which is why it's kind of like, I do, yes, I do, but how do I access it? And so I really want to invite you to use the connection to the pole star to assist you in hearing the wisdom and guidance that you need to hear for your direction and for what you are here for. It's also going to guide you more with your family. And I'm hearing there's things there. And the sun and Venus are approaching the fourth house, the IC. So what still needs to be forgiven in the home and the family? What needs to be forgiven in the DNA? And that's where the ancestry work comes in. Because you're about to have the sun be conjunct the IC. You're going to have Venus. So there's the possibility of a lot of wealth and abundance coming through the family. So what I'm hearing is, where did things happen in your ancestry around money? What happened like way back? That may be coming to the surface right now for you to heal. And it might not even be your energy. It might be coming down through mom and dad. Oh, geez, I have to deal with mom and dad again. No way. But that could be what's in the way of the money, as well as the past life thing. Because with Venus approaching the IC, which is the ancestry, and Venus is the billionaire planet, there's opportunities for wealth around your home. So this might be a really good time when Venus conjuncts your IC, which will probably be in maybe July, to throw a garden party. To throw like a Mama Earth nurturing garden party and celebrate your home. Yeah, because you have so many things in that house of the home. And it's so interesting. Andoni, OD, April, you have so much stuff activating your lower houses right now, right? More internal. That happens to me in December. In December, which is kind of helpful because it's winter, right? It's like I go so internal. I'm just like, oh, here we go again. Because so many planets go into the fourth house. I'm like, okay, just watch lots of movies, eat lots of food. Okay, fine. Fine. But with it happening in the summer months, you might be a little confused because it's a more external time. And so how do you handle that? Well, do things at home. Invite people over to your house for dinner. Right? Go on little retreats that are very much like a home, away from home. Like, do things that feel homey, that feel nurturing, that feel nourishing. Eat good food. Make sure to include food, because the home is so much about eating. Yeah. And today, the sun moon midpoint, remember how I was saying the sun moon midpoint is like our hidden secret self? Today, it's in Cancer, which is the fourth house ruler. So at our core today, we're feeling kind of private. We're kind of feeling like the Cancer. which is like to hide away in its shell, you know, just likes to like go and like go inwards. And that's okay. That's okay to have those days. That Cancer energy is always like that. So when the sun is shining in the fourth house, we tend to feel a little more quiet. We tend to feel a little more private. And that's not there, but it's getting very, very close, OD, because the sun is at about 30 degrees of Taurus right now. Right? So Venus is 3 degrees away from the pole star. So Venus is right here. Pole star is right here. And they're all going to move. Well, the pole star won't, but the Venus will move into the IC. Not the IC, but the Imam Coeli. Not the intensive care unit, the Imam Coeli, the bottom of the sky. But in a way, it's similar. When we have planets in the fourth house, we're kind of caring for ourselves, right? That's when self-care becomes super activated and amplified. Yeah. So what comes up for you, OD, around this?
So there's a lot of similarities. I wasn't sure if we were in opposition because of our North Node and South Node, but interesting. And I've never been such a homebody as this spring, summer. It's crazy. I'm like always home. Okay, I have appointments and obligations, but I'm always drawn, and I just feel like when I'm home, because we have to deal with a lot of traffic in Montreal. So it's very peaceful, and it's just like a little sanctuary.
Oh, beautiful. Maybe when Andoni goes up north, he can come visit.
Yeah,
There you
sure.
go. There
You're
you
all invited. And
I would love that.
Yeah, listen, I'm getting tired, so my enthusiasm is like dwindling. I'm simmering down. But at 5 o'clock, I got a phone call from the pool people because in March, because of the gentle winter we had, the swimming pool liner froze in the ice and thawed and froze and thawed, so all the walls collapsed. And my pool's only 2 years old. And since May, June, April, March, April, May, I was just so sad and saying, oh, I didn't know I needed a separate insurance from the house to if there was a destruction. So I was like, oh, what am I going to do? Buy another one? It's like another fork out more money. I just got pensionered. I don't want to have to dish out this money. So twice they turned me down. No, it's past the due date. Then I called back to speak to Superior, and he said, no, the company said once you should have had the insurance, so it's not their claim. Then out of the blue, last week I got a call to say, please submit the pictures of the damages. Third time to bring it higher up. So today they called me to say that they're going to replace the pool for free.
Yay!
Pool party, but I have to pay for the delivery and the workmanship, like to assemble it. They're sending a team over to disassemble the old one and put in the new one. But for months it had this little sadness, and I said to my son, if the pool doesn't get repaired or they don't claim it, I think it'll be a sign to move and we'll each go our own way and go on our thing. And today, before the phone call, I was in the garden and lying on my long chair. I was having back pain, and he came over, and he's a Ophiuchus Capricorn, very earthy and very businessy. I don't know, came across him. He came and massaged my foot and was pulling on my toes and saying, come on, mom, you're too young to be suffering like this. So he was just like doing chiropractic things, and he went on his way. And I go, wow, that was loving. Wow. What got into that kid? So today I told him, Matt, great news. This happened. So all this I'm saying is just because I think when your vibration, when the emotion is so strong, that's something you want so intensely, not in a begging, oh, please, please, I want it, in the sense of saying, oh, it brings me so much joy, and I can bring people over when the pool's there, and it feels like a resort. I don't have to run around and travel everywhere. Our summers are very short, so it's so intense. It gets very hot, but very short time. So I was saying, God, give me a sign that if this pool gets repaired, because I'm not going to purchase it again 2 years later, I'll insure it this time. And then I didn't know, but that was a lesson learned. And I said, well, if it's that, then I'll get my roots deeper in.
There you go. I think you
Because
have a sign from the universe, Venus conjuncting your IC right now.
yeah, that's
That
how I
can,
see it.
that can be windfalls, right? So here you have Venus, the billionaire planet, conjunct your IC,
Yeah,
literally so close to it, and you get a windfall of your pool being fixed.
yeah,
That's perfect.
yeah,
There it goes.
yeah. I was really, really happy. I was like, wow. Especially that the first time I got turned down, I was just so mad at myself that saying, how did I not know that I was supposed to insure this as a separate policy? And and I said, what a loss. And my kids were saying, oh, mom, where's your head? And I say, I don't know. I don't know what happened. It just, I was building the deck and getting the permits of the city, and it never dawned on me. So I was staying in that, in that cesspool of energy. And then I said, oh, so sad. It's like, oh, what a bummer. What am I gonna do? So when the guy turned me down twice, I was saying, oh man, I'm not one to bug. It's hard for me to pick up the phone to just like make my request. And I just felt deep down it just wasn't like a normal and fair circumstance. I said maybe it wasn't installed properly. It's not normal 2 years later that the walls collapsed. Said no, in fact, all the ones we've had have been older pools. He goes, okay, send me the pictures. I was like, yes. So
So anything and everything that year of being pissed off and upset about the pool has been carried in your field and you've been struggling through it. Anything and everything that brings up or lets down, all that old stuff, all that old blockage to your fun and joy, anything and everything that brings up or lets down, will you please now revoke, recant, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate it all times a godzillion to all that is right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, COVIDs and beyonds. And now I see a big pool party. I see you having a lot of fun. I see a lot of joy and a lot of abundance coming your way as that old story rinses, washes, and clears. And that could have been an expression of your Chiron with Venus wound playing itself out, the issue with the pool, the issue with the water. And then today, the day after we did a clearing on it, your pool is back. And so, my friends, I think we were very successful with
yeah.
this clearing last night. So, hallelujah, fantastic. We are moving energy. How's it get even better? I'm going to send you that meditation that will be really nice for you. I know everyone's losing energy right now. So, Victoria, we can do your reading right now, or we can wait till tomorrow. It's totally up to you. What would you like to do?
As everyone wants. Tomorrow, I'm not sure. If we do it fast, it's okay, probably.
Okay. Yeah. Let's get it. Let's get it done, as they say. So, way to go, OD.
I said the story was Lotus because the first person I thought of when this manifested, I was so happy, and I said, "Oh, I have to tell Lotus. She is
Oh my
making
gosh.
miracles."
Yay! I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Yes, send all your miracle
Thank
stories
you.
that happened from this call. Send them in because this is what I'm here for, is facilitating miracles, facilitating abundance, and bringing joy and love into as many lives as possible. And so one way that you can also tap into that is through the power of the North Star, which is what we're going to dive into. So, Victoria, when we come to your chart, we find that the North Star is in the 8th house. And then if that moved, yes, it's in the 8th house, whether Virgo rising or Libra rising, I think it would still be in the 8th house. Whew, which is depth, which is intensity, which is diving deep with other people. And so one of the places that you access and are able to access this beautiful energy. And thank you, OD, so much for your share. I'm so happy for this pool. I'm just seeing people swimming in it. I'm seeing people loving it. I'm seeing parties and joy. re-entering your life, and I'm so happy for you because you're a mermaid. You need to have a pool. It's
And
muy
you know, it's also a release for my mental and physical well-being, because for the physiotherapy of swimming and splashing, and it's in my element, so I get to move a lot more.
That's
So
right.
it's on all counts, on
Muy
all facets.
necesito. Muy necesito
Buenito.
pool. Bring me
Gracias.
my pool. No.
I wish I could say it was my ocean front, but
There
the
you
pool will
go.
do for
Maybe
now.
one day.
One
So
day for sure.
so Victoria, 8th house North Star. Do you so what is the 8th house? The 8th house is intensity, it's transformation, it's intimacy, it's depth, it is transformation, it's the shaman. So when you go into spaces and places where transformation occurs, whether that's a one-to-one conversation, whether that's a sweat lodge ceremony, whether that's, you know, a meditation journey, but when you go very inwards, you go very deep, that is where Polaris is for you. That's where you find it. That's the realm in which you get these, I'm seeing electric blue clarity. Electric blue clarity comes through. So that means it really behooves you to have, and it's with other people actually, because the right side of the chart is others and the 8th house is intimacy. So if you ever have a romantic partner, for instance, that may be a sphere where you can really connect to the higher self, is through intimacy with a partner. And that could just be cuddling or snuggling, right? But it's that bonding of you with another. And then suddenly you may just have like, what was that? Like realizations come through, interesting guidance come through. Okay, 8th house. And it's opposite your 2nd house, which is money and finance. And so it's kind of cool that you might get divine guidance around finances as well, which could be why you're like, yeah, I want to work with people around money, because you have Polaris in polarity to the 2nd house of money and wealth. And so one way that you can access this is through daily meditation, where you just, and of course, accessing Polaris meditation is usually the best way to access it. But this could also be found in ceremony, like doing ceremonies of some kind, where you're with others and you all kind of go into a state of oneness, because the 8th house is really about our craving to like merge with one or more people. And so when you come in like this, for instance, like this gathering of all of us sort of coming together into the oneness field for many, many hours, for many days in a row, it's actually a bit like the 8th house, where we bond or merge with another or many others, typically one other, but doing it in groups is also possible, where we kind of get into the collective, we get into the oneness field, and we become a mastermind. We become more than just our individual self. We become a collective of all our individual energetic systems. And thus, that's why the healing is so powerful and so amplified, because we're all contributing energy to that core essence expression and that core focus of transformation. So having Polaris aspecting that house means that when you come into group settings such as this, you may find yourself receiving downloads, inspirations, things coming through to you that are very powerful. And whenever we get near the summer solstice, which is what's right here, and whenever we get to the winter solstice, which is about here, that is when Polaris gets activated in your chart every year. Okay, so summer and winter solstice becomes the time frame where we kind of get downloads from both the galactic center and Polaris. They're like opposite each other on the chart wheel. And so the womb of creation is in your second house. And so you're very creative with money. You're very good at manifesting money. And then you have Polaris in the house of other people's money. So you have great wisdom around what to do with other people's money. That's not your focus this lifetime, right? Because that's where your South Node is. But you have a lot of great talent and skill there that you can then funnel into your creative energy and your creative power that you do have there. Yeah. How is that resonating? You want to share any insights or ahas, or how's that land for you?
Yeah, it's exactly what I'm doing with my clients and, in daily life. If you're, intuitively you have it. So very often I would check with people. I work with newcomers, so new immigrants, and sometimes I can talk to them and I can probably guide and suggest some professional or other solutions. And very often they come back to say, yeah, I don't even remember we were talking about that because it's not right now, it's not my main profession. So I was intuitively doing that. And I think that's why I've chosen astrology to, to be able to do it like more professionally.
Yeah.
Help more people.
I'm hearing laser vision. Like I'm seeing you just getting this like laser guidance. Like it just like comes through when you work with others, especially around their money. It's pretty amazing, actually. Yeah, I'd work with you. I'm next. Sign me up. Right. Right. Powerful. So with Venus being conjunct it right now, the billionaire planet, there could be windfalls. There could be like really respect and listen to your guidance right now around money and around wealth and around opportunities that are coming your way, because there's so much alignment here with Venus being literally 3 degrees away from it. She's going to probably be even closer tomorrow. So we're just jumping into that window of Venusian energy, jumping with wealth and affecting our ability to be guided, right? It's like, the things we think about money or wealth or the things we love, like we really need to listen to and pay attention to those things right now because we're being so deeply guided. And so it's a really powerful time for everyone, especially because the sun is going to hit its peak pretty soon here next week, actually, for the solstice on June 20th. And that's full soul expression, right? Full soul expression, conjunct Polaris, conjunct the sun, guidance, wealth, abundance, and the soul. That's what we're moving into. That's why I decided to do this 5-day challenge to get everyone prepared, start opening the door, start opening the gate for what is possible and what is coming through. And it's pretty big. So I wanted everyone to be ready, have their wealth basket growing and bigger, and be sure to pay attention to that every day and paying attention to your wealth gate, making sure it's nice and bright and seeing money and wealth coming through that gate, that veil, and your money basket growing bigger. And that you can do this every day. Now that this has been initiated, it's been started, that process you can continue every day as you just think about it. And you just remember it, the expansion, the filling up, the light coming in. And tonight we're going to add in the energy of Polaris to that process of aligning to that gate, the light of Polaris, aligning with our higher self, coming through, connecting through that white light shield. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to, hi everyone, bring everyone together, and I'm going to find you the link for Polaris, if I can, North Star Meditation. And I want to put it in the chat for you before I forget. There we go. I found it just like that. And I really love the woman and her channeling, so I think you'll enjoy it. Make sure you're not driving because it's very powerful. I'll put this link in the chat. And I really recommend, if you can tonight, to just listen to it, put it on, maybe lay down, relax, whatever you feel called to, and just let yourself start to bathe in the energy, frequency, and vibration of Polaris, the North Star. And I'm just going to show you a little brief video on the North Star before we end for today. Just came across it. It's perfect. So I'm gonna let that nice ad play. Thank you, YouTube. It's like TV now. It's pretty funny. Okay. Can you see the video?
Yes.
The North Star, or Polaris, is not an especially bright star. It's ranked 46th out of the top 50 brightest stars in the night sky. It's not exceptionally large or small, hot or cool, young or old, close to the Earth or distant. So, what makes it so special? Well, it's one simple thing: where it is relative to the Earth. You see, Polaris happens to be located essentially above the Earth's North Pole, and that's very significant. Before we dive into that, though, you should understand that Polaris is very far away. It's not the furthest or closest, but it's still very far, estimated to be at about 433 light-years away. Now, to put that number in perspective, if we hopped aboard the Space Shuttle Discovery, which can travel at about 5 miles per second, it would still take us 37,200 years to go just 1 light year. And that means it would take over 1.5 million years to get from the Earth to Polaris. That aside, what's unique about Polaris, the North Star, is that it is located above the Earth's North Pole. How do you find Polaris in the night sky? Well, there's a very simple trick that lets you locate Polaris in the sky, even though it's not the brightest star or unique in any visible way. To begin, scan the constellations in the night sky and locate Ursa Major, specifically the Big Dipper. The pattern of the Big Dipper with its telltale ladle shape is easy to find, even though its position in the sky depends on where you're viewing it from, the time of year, and even the time of night. Regardless, just look for that pattern. Once you've found it, zero in on the 2 stars at the end of the spoon shape. These are known as pointer stars. And if you draw an imaginary line through these 2 stars, they will always point you right to Polaris. This will work at any time of night, any time of year, and from any location on Earth, provided you are north of the equator. Polaris is not visible from the bottom half of the Earth, or the southern hemisphere.
Interesting.
So why do we care about Polaris? Now that we've found it, what can we do with it? Well, Polaris can tell you 2 very interesting things. First, it tells you what direction north is from where you're standing. And this is obviously helpful for navigation, for finding your way around. The use of Polaris to find one's way has been documented as far back as the 5th century AD. Simply stated, if you are facing towards Polaris, you are facing north. But what else can we do with it? Well, since Polaris, our pole star, is located essentially above the North Pole, we can use it to estimate our latitude. Our latitude is the angular measurement of our position on Earth, north or south of the equator. Using Polaris, we can tell how far, how many degrees of latitude north of the equator we are located. To do this, we simply need to measure the altitude, or the angle of Polaris above the horizon in the night sky. And you can do this with a very simple tool, a tool that's been used for hundreds of years, called an astrolabe. Whatever that angle of Polaris is above your northern horizon, that number is equal to your latitude in the northern hemisphere. So, Polaris is a special star, not because of any of its characteristics, but because of where it is located. Because of its location in the night sky relative to the Earth at this moment in time, it can tell us a lot about where we are right now and about where we want to go.
All right. Thank you, YouTube man. So tonight, when you tune into the North Star, I want you to focus on where you are and where you want to go. Okay? And know that Venus, the goddess of love and wealth and abundance and the billionaire planet, is sitting so close to Polaris right now. It's activating it. So there's a lot of love for you around knowing where to go, knowing where you are going, and receiving the guidance and the support and the love that you need to step forward on this beautiful journey and mission that we, all of us here, are on now. So send you all so much love, big hugs. We're 4 days in. Way to go. Group hug. You guys are doing amazing. I love and appreciate all of you. You're all having huge wins. And tomorrow is going to be our grand finale, 5 days, and it's going to be exciting. I have some special surprises. And I look forward to seeing you all at 3 o'clock, and have a wonderful meditation tonight. And I'm excited to hear all about it tomorrow. Biggest love, biggest love. What's that, April?
My coloring book, my author's copy came today.
Oh, congratulations.
Yay, thank you.
Yay. I think I'm going to have to make a coloring book. You've inspired me. Make a
Yes.
astrology coloring book.
Yes.
With the constellations. All right, my friends. Way to go, everyone. You're all amazing. Have beautiful dreams. Focus on your desire. Focus on what you want to create. And tomorrow we're going to knock it on out of the park. Biggest love. Biggest love. See you all tomorrow. Woo!
Thank you. Love you. Love everybody.
Aw, biggest love. Mwah, mwah, mwah. See
Love
you
you all.
soon.
Thank you.